Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. Leaders start the war anytime they like. So they don't care about what goes on. They don't care about what or how their citizens feel. All they are interested in is starting up a war or doing something that is not pleasant. All right, today we are going to discuss the state of, Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa. There is a high tension between Nigeria and Niger Republic. A lot of you must have seen what is going on and how the Niger Republic president is accusing Tinubu of sponsoring terrorists against, Niger Republic to destabilize all these nations that have, that left ECOWAS not quite long. And in the picture, they accuse France of trying to meddle in the, in the activities of Nigeria sponsoring terrorists against their people. And this is not just a minor allegation. Mind you, the person who made this allegation is not a spokesperson. This is a president of a country, a president of a sovereign country. So if it is, let me say that ordinary spokesperson that made that allegation, or a group of people that made that allegation, or it's a coacher that made that allegation, I think people would say, don't mind him. He don't know what he's talking about. This is a president of a country. And before a president could come out to make such allegation, he has a first-hand information about what is going on in Nigeria. And that's what I want us to look into, and also to, get the viewers' point about this current situation. So for us to understand, the background of this whole thing, let us listen to the Niger Republic president and know the exact allegation that is, triggering this tension. And I will tell you the international politics that is going on and how they want to turn all this of South Africa and Nigeria into a battlefield. Let's listen to Tiani first.
Tinubu ya hito ya yi Nigeria bayani fassara bisa kai ga kudin da ya amso Faransa. In bai gayi ba akwai ranar kindillanci sosai kuwa tunda shi Allah.
Tinubu should come forward and explain to Nigerians the funds he received from France. If he fails to do so, the truth will eventually come to light. God will reveal it. Despite the attack on us, we have not taken money from anyone, so no one can accuse us of corruption. I've been around the corridors of power for 13 years, and no one can claim that I've ever accepted bribes.
Ta sama ne sojan Chad ke kai ma yan Boko Hari sai sun ka ba su makamai masu sabke jirgi.
Reports indicate that the Chadian forces have attacked Boko Haram fighters using the airspace, prompting the French to equip the terrorists with anti-aircraft guns in retaliation. This happened in October this year. According to information we gathered from those we arrested, there is a plan involving France and the Nigerian government to allow other terror groups such as ISWAP and Lakurawa to establish a base in the Gaba area of Sokoto State. This move is said to facilitate operations across the northwestern states, including Zamfara and Kebbi, with the full knowledge of the Nigerian government.
All right, that is where we are going to start from. He said that Tinubu should come out clean. Tinubu should do what? Come out clean. They want Tinubu to come out clean to explain what is going on between him and France. The agreement they had is, he said, Tinubu collected money from France. That is a very, very weighty allegation. That Tinubu collected money from France to, to agree all these things that France want to do. Now, recently Tinubu went to France. You are aware of that, right? Now, in Tinubu's mission to France, they signed a memorandum of maybe it's understanding about mining and all those things. Now, they signed this agreement that France is going to come and start mining Nigeria mineral resources. This thing, so that you understand where all these things is coming from. Now, after signing that Tinubu signing with France, agreeing with them, that they will come and start mining mineral resources in Nigeria. You remember that they put a ban before in Zamfara State that people should not mine, gold and mine all those things. But immediately Tinubu returned to Nigeria, the first thing he did is to leave the sanction of, not allowing people to mine the mineral resources. And you know that in Niger, in France, they were mining uranium. In Mali, they were mining gold. In Burkina Faso, they were mining other mineral resources. And France cannot survive without all these things, okay? France cannot survive without all these things. So what they are doing now is that they want to relocate all these industries to Nigeria. Now, the question is, how did France establish a military base in this country? How do they establish their military bases? The way they did it is that if the French citizens are coming to these countries, they want to start mining, okay? The first thing they want to do is to provide security for these people who want to start mining because they believe that in these countries, they don't have enough security, okay? Now, for Tinubu to agree for them to come and start mining, don't you know that money, they will call fat money? You understand? The agreement is not just based on nothing. So you cannot allow France to come and start mining our gold without any agreement, without paying. So how much do they pay? So the president of Niger Republic is telling Tinubu, come out clean. If you don't come out clean, I am going to expose you. I am going to tell the world how you collected money from France. But as usual, the Nigeria government is saying that this allegation is baseless, that this allegation is not true. So we are going to look into that. Don't forget about this mining issue. When I raised them before that, many people from France, that they are supporting or arming these terrorists. These are weighty allegations though, but I showed you this picture the other day. This man that is always with a Macron, but he's always, this picture, they took this picture in Monday, okay? This is the man with some terrorists, the Kurawa terrorists in Monday. And this is the same man with, Boko Haram in Nigeria. You understand? So there are so many questions that people have to ask. These are weighty allegations. And the person laying the allegation is not an individual. If it is an individual, you could say, oh, yes, just somebody laying an allegation. But we are talking about a sovereign country. A sovereign country like Niger Republic. And Niger Republic have been dealing with France for a very long time. So they know the tactics. They know what they can use. So if France can push Tinubu to invade Niger Republic after the coup, so who told you that they can't right now just try to push the narratives and use Nigeria as a puppet nation to destabilize other nations? Now, the Northerners have agreed with Niger Republic president. This is where the problem is coming from, and it is going to be over for Tinubu. The Northerners, we always cite their brother, the Nigerian. So they are siding the Niger Republic president. Now, the chairman of the Northern Democratic Force, is it not the name of the association, something like that, has come out on Daily Trust interview to say that Tinubu should come out clean, that there are so many things Tinubu are hiding from Nigeria, that it's not going to be business as usual. So let us go into the video and understand this fact, okay? Stay with me.
Tinubu ya hito ya yi Nigeria bayani fassara bisa kai ga kudin da ya amso Faransa. In bai gayi ba akwai ranar kindillanci sosai kuwa tunda shi Allah.
Tinubu should come forward and explain to Nigerians the funds he received from France. If he fails to do so, the truth will eventually come to light. God will reveal it. Despite the attack on us, we have not taken money from anyone, so no one can accuse us of corruption. I've been around the corridors of power for 13 years, and no one can claim that I've ever accepted bribes.
Ka izo ka yi muna wani walakaci dan mu amshi kuɗi ko mun tambaye ka kai muna wani gyara. Su sun ka zo tunda sun ga ta sama ne sojan Chad ke kai ma yan Boko Hari sai sun ka ba su makamai masu sabke jirgi.
Reports indicate that the Chadian forces have attacked Boko Haram fighters using the airspace, prompting the French to equip the terrorists with anti-aircraft guns in retaliation. This happened in October this year. According to information we gathered from those we arrested, there is a plan involving France and the Nigerian government to allow other terror groups such as ISWAP and Lakurawa to establish a base in the Gaba area of Sokoto State. This move is said to facilitate operations across the northwestern states, including Zamfara and Kebbi, with the full knowledge of the Nigerian government.
Dajin nan ana son a maida shi tsibiri ne na ƴan ta'adda waɗanda aka ce ma Lakurawa.
Quite damning allegations. He had a lot more to say in that interview. But let's bring in our guest. Dr. Ladan Saliu is the spokesperson of the League of Northern Democrats. They're a group who have also raised their own concerns about the need for the Nigerian government to come clean against the backdrop of these allegations from the Nigerian military leader. Dr. Saliu, good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us on Daily Politics. Let me get, first and foremost,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let me get your take on the response of the Nigerian government, because over the past couple of hours, the Ministry of Information and National Orientation has responded. They say these allegations are unfounded, therefore Nigerians should not take it serious. What do you make of that response?
Well, thank you for having me. First of all, it is normal for a government to respond because the allegations are clearly weighty, and you do not, in any circumstance, expect that the government will keep quiet without saying a word, whether or not these words are, a clear manifestation of a true response to the situation on the ground is another thing. I want to say with every degree of seriousness that the statements by the Nigerian president, the military leader Chani, are not statements that should be considered, rhetorical, or statements that just come out of, from nowhere. This is a military head of state of a nation state that has equal status in any, international fora, whether it is the United Nations, or the Commonwealth, or whatever. And for the head of state to come out with these allegations, he must have verifiable, cogent, and true information on the situations on the ground. And we're not talking about a spokesperson of the Nigerian government. No, we are talking about the president of Niger coming out to accuse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu directly, and going further to say that, that our president, he alluded to the fact that he colluded or connived with France to undertake covert military operations in Nigeria in a manner that was seen to kind of embolden insurgents both from the northeast and from the northwestern part of Nigeria. And this is worrisome. It is something that has to be taken seriously, the response of the federal government notwithstanding.
Yeah, Doctor, for a lot of people, they would say it's quite obvious that the current insecurity that we're dealing with preceded the administration of Ahmed Tinubu. And therefore, the connection that the Nigerian military leader is making between the relationship of France and Nigeria's president, albeit an allegation, seems to be too much of a stretch, because we've been dealing with this situation for well over a decade and a half. So what do you make of that, correlation?
I think first and foremost, what the Nigerian government needs to do is to step back from emotions, from sentiments, and delete, vituperations and quick fix responses to what is clearly, a state of clear and present danger to the territorial integrity, the security and survival of Nigeria. Look, if a president comes out to make a statement, that is final. And he wouldn't come out to make such statements without verifying, without having facts and figures. I think what the Nigerian government ought to do or should do is to engage through diplomatic circles and contacts, even if it involves third-party contacts, to find out from the French president, from the Nigerian president, more details with respect to the information he gave. And coming back home, we must take these things seriously, my brother, because you're talking of a country, Nigeria, that has, contiguous borders with Niger. In the northeast, you have Yobe, you have Borno, bordering Niger, and you have Jigawa in the north central, Sokoto, Kebbi and Katsina, and Zamfara. And when you go down, in the middle belt area, you have Kwara through the Borgu, area. Atrocious conflicts or disagreements or military skirmishes from any nation that shares this common border with each other. And what we are saying is that the Nigerian government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is either shortchanged with quality information from his own team. They are not probably coming up clean on the issues. These are weighty issues that must be looked into without sentiments.
Tinubu ya hito ya yi Nigeria bayani.
All right. This is what so many people from the northern Nigeria believe, that Tinubu should come out clean. So what they are saying is that Tinubu is not coming out clean. Tinubu is not trying to say the truth. First of all, that he should disclose what he went to France to do, what he signed in France, and so on and so forth, the agreement he had with the French government under Emmanuel Macron about the mining issue. They did not discuss it in the House of Assembly. So the French government will just come and start mining something. They will start mining in our country without any legislation. Nobody knows about anything. Only thing they need is just for Tinubu to just come to their country and sign, to sign agreement with them. And before you know, they will come into this country. And the worst thing is that they are coming with their military. This is where people are not looking into. I've never seen any African country where France will go and start mining without bringing their security, their base to protect those people who are mining, because they know that anywhere that they are mining, they are always all these terrorists, Boko Haram there. That is what they use to survive. So for them to start mining in Nigeria, they must come with their security forces. Anybody telling you, oh, we don't have any plan to bring military base and so on and so forth, the person is lying. Absolutely, they might not put it that France is bringing military base, but France coming to mine, as Tinubu have signed the agreement, what it means that France are also coming to set up a base of their military to protect those people who we mine, to protect them. So Nigerians are always blind to all these things unfolding. But God bless the president of Niger Republic. This is a president laying allegation. This is not a commissioner or a minister. This is a president speaking. And someone said that we shouldn't take what he's saying serious. Are you insane? that we should not take what he's saying serious, but you people don't know what is going on, right? You people don't know what is going on. Like the international politics is about to unfold. Okay, now let me give you an example of what I am saying. As you can see, this is France 24. This is a breaking news that Russian military instructors air defense system arrive in Niger Republic to deepen ties. Share you the wine me. So you think, see, these people, maybe they are trying to bring the war in the Middle East down to Nigeria. Now, Nigeria don't have air defense system. I hope you people know about that. Nigeria don't have air defense system. They don't have anything. So maybe a lot of people are still thinking that this is 1970 war or this is 1950 war, where Nigeria troops will just follow ground invasion. They will kill all of you. Nigeria don't have single air defense system. So what about if they resort to let them start using air force to strike? They can penetrate deep down to anywhere in Nigeria because we don't have air defense. Then what is going to happen? If Nigeria, any Nigeria aircraft enter Niger airspace, they will shut it down. They will shoot it down because they have air defense system that Russia provided for them. And the issue here is that if France eventually want to provide air defense system for Nigeria, meaning what this man is saying is true. So there are so many things that are unfolding. Now, before today, we have been saying all these things that the government is sponsoring terrorists. We have some information, we have some proofs, we have some evidence that government did not deny it. They didn't deny it. Now, another sovereign nation is accusing you. You are trying to deny it. When someone accused Kashim Shettima on national television that he's sponsoring terrorists, the vice president, nobody says something. A governor from Nigeria too, from Zamfara, accused the minister of defense state that he is sponsoring terrorists in his state. Everybody just say, no, let's forget about it. Everything is graduating. You see, the world knows what is going on right now. People knows what is going on. So we are not going to leave every stone unturned because there was a nation before Nigeria. Every tribe is a nation. So Nigeria cannot kill everybody. That is why we always speak. Nigeria cannot kill everybody. Before they call this place Nigeria, there were people living. We have different types. Yoruba people have started existing. The Igbos have started existing. The Benin Kingdom, everywhere, even the Hausas, they have been existing before the evil amalgamation, before this thing started. So we cannot die in their war. But according to Dende Farotimi, it is not the duty of the slave master to leave the slaves. It is the duty of the slave to decide whether they are going to be free or not. Nigerians, as I see today, are not ready to be free. So if someone can come out, a president, because a lot of people thought that maybe Niger Republic is just another state in Nigeria. This is a country, a sovereign nation that can stand Nigeria one-to-one in everything. Forget about all the shenanigans and propaganda you see in Nigeria. Nigeria, just imagine, since these people took over Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, they pay off their debts, their owing. That is what freedom is. They pay off their debts that they are owing. But what France is doing now is that France is trying to arm terrorists to stand against these people. And Niger Republic president accused Nigeria of sponsoring Lakurawa to blow up their oil pipeline. You see all this allegation, it sounds nonsense. It doesn't make sense at all. But even before yesterday, the chief of army staff says when Lakurawa came into Nigeria, that they were friendly. Do you understand what that means? They were friendly. In other words, they were their friends. They have been doing things together. I want people to think. I want people to think. You have to think. Don't see anything and just swipe it away. Sit down and reason. The chief of defense staff in Nigeria says the terrorists were friends when they came to Nigeria. What do that mean? Friends to who, or to who invited them that made them friends? Now, Niger Republic accused you of using your friends to blow up their pipeline. It sounds strange. It sounds insane. Because it is only in the Middle East we see like Iran. I said it. Iran sponsoring people in Gaza like Hamas, sponsoring Hezbollah in Lebanon, sponsoring all these Houthis in Yemen, all these rebel groups. It is only in the Middle East we see all these things. But this is what we are now seeing in Africa and in Nigeria. Nnamdi Sheriff was arrested in Cameroon in the year 2014, November. Go and fact check me. He was arrested in Cameroon. Nigeria government facilitated his release and they released Nnamdi Sheriff. They arrested him for forming and sponsoring Boko Haram. Now, I have told you people time without number how the Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, so they released the name of terror sponsors in Nigeria. Up to today, Nigeria did not do anything about it. Now, this thing has passed the national level now. It has graduated to international level, where another country is now saying that Nigeria is a terrorist state. So this is face-off between this country and another country. But people said this right from time. We did not believe them. When Nnamdi Kanu was saying this, a lot of people did not believe. People will come out, they will speak the truth, they will look for a way to kill them. But now the thing is beginning to unfold. So the watch is on now. A lot of people are watching, and this is international politics. The West are already using Tinubu. Remember, the US told you people that Tinubu is still CIA assets, right? You people might not understand what they mean, okay? Time will come, you will understand. Now, anything they want to do in Africa, they need a puppet leader to do it. Tinubu was determined to carry out airstrike against Niger when the military coup happened. You are aware now. You know how people resisted it on social media, on everything. Africa was shaking because they knew that once they carry out strike against Niger, it's not all about Nigeria and Niger. It's all about Russia and France. They will turn all this place to battleground. These people have nothing to offer Africa, including Russia, France. None of them have anything to offer Africa. None of them. It is their interest to mine resources and scatter everywhere because they know that if nations are very strong in Africa, they will make the West to lose more power. That is why they never wanted a nation like Biafra to come, or Oduduwa Republic to come. They never wanted Nigeria to divide so that there will be stability. They want wars in Africa. These people want instability in Africa. They want Africa to destabilize. They want Africa to be begging them. They want to be borrowing you money. They don't want you to stand. But our puppet leaders will never understand. They keep on going to them. Now, the presidents of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they are aware of these developments. They know about all these things going on. And that is why they don't want to mingle with them again. They said, okay, now, let me ask an honest question. The France military base, American military base, some Italians were there, some Germans were there. All of them, they were in Niger Republic and terrorists was still killing them. Terrorists was ravaging over them. The American government was having drone, satellite monitoring the whole country. And terrorists were still moving. So who then is the one sponsoring terrorism? Who is the one sponsoring terrorism? What is this man, this French man? What is he doing with terrorists every now and then? This is the man with Emmanuel Macron. What is he doing with terrorists always? This is him again. What is he always doing with terrorists in Africa? A lot of you have seen how helicopter always come and drop weapons for terrorists. Helicopter will come and drop weapons for terrorists. My pain is that Nigerians don't ask questions. Africans don't ask questions. France is dangerous. France is very, very dangerous. So The pain of Niger Republic is that while we are telling France to go away, Nigeria is embracing France. And not only embracing France, they are now supporting terrorists against us. That will not happen. But as I said, I don't like any international country, any other foreign country to come in Africa to help anybody. So, what is it called? The French media, France 24, reported that the Russian military instructors, air defense system arrived in Niger amid deepening ties. So all these things are not necessary. They are not necessary because escalation is what they are looking up to. These people never wanted good for Africa. So I don't support anybody. I don't support any foreigners in African soil. Africans can solve their problem. Africans can go, each tribe. If, for example, if I have the power to do what I want to do, I will make sure that each tribe will turn to a sole country. Each tribe in Africa, form your own country, live your own, be strong on your own, defend yourself. Israel is not up to the size of Delta State, but Israel can withstand and defend themselves against everyone who is attacking them. The only thing you have to do if you're a small country is to form alliance, like what the Nigerian, the Mandian, the Burkina base, what they did is very right. They formed the Sahel Alliance. That is what is expected. But I want every country in Africa to have their own indigenous country, because these foreigners, they don't need you to do what they want to do. They only need your president. They just got Tinubu, come to France. We want to start mining in your country. Niger asks us to go out. Burkina Faso asks us to go out. Mali asks us to go out. We need to go to your country and set up this. We need to go to your country to set up all this mining. Tinubu, what do you want? When they signed this agreement, were you aware? I am asking you, you people that don't ask questions. When they signed this agreement, were you aware? Were you aware that Tinubu have signed agreement for France to come and start mining? And he lifted the mining restrictions in Zamfara state? Were you aware? You are not, because they don't need the Nigerian population to do what they want to do. They only need one person, your president. And that is why with that number, I only tell people that the presidency is against the people. All these new colonies, they know what to do, how to press the button. And that is why they will never allow a righteous person to become your president. They want somebody who has the criminal record. Somebody that if you want to shake, they will just tell you, hey, calm down. Okay? They will just tell you, calm down. Calm down. You know that we have your record. Look at your criminal record. We kept quiet. It was recently the United Kingdom is telling us that after the war or before the war, Gowon brought half of the central bank money to UK and put it in his account. That is a very heavy allegation. But nothing goes on in Nigeria. Nobody will ask questions because almost everybody is corrupt. Everybody in power is corrupt. So before we go forward to playing another video from Niger Republic president, I think I will give way for some calls. But before we go to call, let us welcome the guests we have in this place, Africa Pekin. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We are glad to have you this afternoon. You can unmute yourself and you have the floor. What do you think that is going on? Because this is an escalation that we don't want. For example, me personally, I don't want any foreigner, any foreign country to interfere through military in Africa at all. But this is what they are accusing Tinubu and France of doing. And not only just having a normal partner, they are sponsoring terrorists against another country. This one is not the one in our country. We have been complaining that Nigeria is sponsoring terrorism against her citizens. So what do you have to say about this? Welcome.
Thank you very much, my brother. And I hope I'm coming out loud and clear.
Yeah. We can hear you. You are coming out loud and clear.
Our audience and every good Biafrans that are listening to us and preparing for our freedom. Because in this case, we all need our freedom. It's very necessary.
Yeah, you are pressing something that is obstructing your sound.
I don't think it's from my side because I'm alone here.
All right.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay. So, like this case of Niger and Nigeria France issue,
okay,
it's a very
controversial.
Thank you very much. Very controversial, and it is like exposing a top secret and protecting a top secret.
Mm.
You understand me? Because Niger voicing out at this very time, it's not because France is coming to Niger.
Mm.
Niger is voicing out because France staying close to their border, they don't feel safe.
Mm.
You understand? And come and look at the action, the reaction of the Northerners during the coup d'etat in Niger, when Tinubu was trying to use the ECOWAS against them.
Okay.
You saw how the Northerners rise.
Okay.
And make sure that attack never took place against the Nigers and the Burkina Faso and all of them. Okay. Now, come and ask yourself one question. What is that thing, that particular raw materials that France are going to the north to cultivate?
Okay.
We never know about it. That's why I tell you, that's why I started by saying it's exposing a top secret and protecting a top secret. So what is that thing they are actually fighting for? Like in our own side, we know we have oil. They are occupying our land. They have oil where they are doing all their drillings and everything. We know that very well. What is that particular raw materials that they are protecting in the north that is never exposed? We never know the name.
I'm going to tell you, it's not a hidden material. Number one, there is good. In Egypt, just take care of what I'm saying and go and fact check me. In Egypt, in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, they have shops where they sell Nigerian gold. So, gold is there. Gold that they are already mining gold, like in Zamfara. Zamfara has no airport. But in every week, almost 3 planes will land in Zamfara and go to the bush. They are runway of air runway in the bush of Zamfara. But the state don't have a single airport. So they're already mining gold, mining all those things, exporting it out. And that is why they sponsor terrorists to come to those places to make sure people will not even be there to know what is going on. Then what about the tin? It's already there. Then recently we were told that they discover uranium in Borno. That is the uranium in Niger, just close to their border there, that France has been mining since. And that uranium is used to produce atomic bomb and all those things.
Okay, let me just put in my own. Like now you have mentioned about 3 raw materials, gold, and a tin. So which particular one is France coming for now? We don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, you understand? So that there's something we need to know, which they never want us to know. Okay. Tinubu has been going around the world to look for investors.
Yeah.
That will invest in Nigeria. So France coming to Nigeria, they are not coming to Nigeria to play. They are coming to invest. Because they are coming with their military, that's why we are feeling uncomfortable. But the bottom line is that they are coming to invest. So what are they investing on? We can never know because it involves money. And this money is for the bigger boys. You understand?
Yeah.
Most of these things these people are doing is not for our own favor.
At all.
It's not to help us in any way.
At all. That you know now.
You understand me? Yeah. So it is really crazy. Like you said the other time, you said who is sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria? But we all know this. You showed the picture of Macron with terrorists. What of Gumi? Has Gumi not been taking pictures with them?
Of course.
You understand? So there's really not. That's why sometimes you see when I come to the program, it's like you see me as before some little time I get angry because there's nothing new. They're only recycling these things for us to see. They are just recycling it for us to see until we unite, put ourselves together, and separate ourselves from these people. This is how we are going to continue, and we are going to pass this to our to our children, to their generation, and which will not be very good for them. You understand me? Okay, look at the bombing that took place in Plateau State on the Christmas Day. Okay, after bombing mistakenly, let's assume it was a mistake. After mistakenly bombing the new citizen of a country, then what now happened to the terrorists you have been chasing? Have you now gone after them after that time? Or are you not treating those people you injured? Or what is the situation of everything? You can never hear anything again. Is that the kind of country we be living in? My brother, let me tell you one thing. We will continue to be making news every day, every day, every day. There's always something new to talk about. That is the most boring part of it. But our time is going. The time waits for nobody. You understand? That is the painful part of it. When anybody is dead now, he's dead and it's gone forever. Your time has passed. So you have achieved nothing on earth just to come and be crying over people's pain and achievement. That is really touching my heart. You understand me? Okay, look at the level of suffering that was in Niger before these people took over from Niger. Okay, see how they have been able to organize their country. Then you expect somebody like a Tinubu, who is a mafia, that will always think of only his pocket. You understand me? Now we'll go and put investors that people are chasing away from their own country. He will now invite them to his own country, and you expect something good to come out from it. Bros, let me just allow other people to talk because I already have tears in my heart, man. It's so painful,
It's so painful, but you don't have to have tears because it's a pathetic situation that can never break us down. Okay, this situation can never break us down. We'll not allow it to break us down. You know.
Okay, see what happened recently during this food scampard. About 30 people died in Enugu. About 30 something died in Ibadan. About 11 plus or whatever died in Abuja. For me, you know why I tell you that I'm feeling pains in my heart? If those people happens to carry maybe something like steel, you understand, to go against these people that are oppressing us, I think those numbers of people we are talking about 30, 20, about 30 something. I mean 50 something, I don't know, 30. So let's say 30. Okay, Enugu 30, is that not 60? Abuja 13. Let's say about 70 people. Now go to one area now where these people are living now. See, they know they are going to die that very day, but they want one of those people to sacrifice their life. Don't you think something will happen? But these people died in vain. That is the most painful part of it. Nobody wants to die, nobody wants to talk, but people are dying.
It's so pathetic, my brother. And let's give mic to Mr. Sam Deacon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Mr. Sam, can you unmute yourself? Okay, okay. I've done that. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. It's actually afternoon here. This is 1:15 Nigerian time. We can't hear you. Oh, wait. You muted yourself as so I've unmuted you now. No. All right. You have done it now. We can hear you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. It's afternoon here. This is 1:15 Nigerian time.
This is my own location. Good morning. So what is happening in Nigeria? The West will not allow Nigeria to rest. Not only Nigeria, Africa. And that is why our president is a puppet to them. They put him there and no, they control him. They want to remove him whatever they want. The West, they don't want anything good for us. Only thing they want is our resources. All Macron, all his game is playing is mining. I am telling you now, as we are discussing here, The money is going on. It's going on there. Chinese are there. The Cameroons, France are there. So what do we get? They are the people that sponsor the terrorism. And how do they get all those guns? How do they get all those bullets? Nigerian, we are saying helicopters are dropping all guns and bullets. Now they are using drones. That's how I read the news that people harass the band they use. Who provide those things for them?
The drone must be provided either by a government or by France. There must be a particular government doing all those things.
Yes, that is the government is there. If it's not our government, there's a foreign government that sponsors that. Because those people they cannot manufacture drones. That drone has been from one country to another. So how do they get that? People are sponsoring this, and Nigeria is aware. Look at our chief of staff or what saying that they were doing that. The people we are friendly. Friendly to who? When they were friendly, what were their business they were doing? So you were working hand in hand with them. So when Nnamdi was shouting that Nigeria is terrorists, Nigeria sponsors terrorism, their own stuff. The people were saying, "Oh, him, let us see, he's talking nonsense." But all those things are folding. All those things are coming up. But my problem is that Nigeria think silent. They don't ask questions. They don't even react. What going to happen is going to be a war between Nigeria and Niger. It's going to be a war. The war is going to start between Nigeria and Niger. And Niger will not fold his hand and send Nigeria to come attack them because they chase my out of their country. They have their resources, everything. France is using it. France is using Niger. The country is poor. They don't even have water. While France will become riches from their own resources, then Nigeria, Tinubu want to have to put a station that to attack Niger. Niger will retaliate, and it will affect Nigeria. Even if I am the president of Nigeria, I will put my hand in Nigeria will come attack me, and I will see that. No, Tinubu is
it can't happen now. You can't fold your hands and allow people to attack you, a country like that. But this is my own problem about all these things. If Nigeria is going to attack, for example, I don't pray it should happen, okay? If Nigeria is going to attack a country like Niger, it's not Nigeria attacking directly, it's France attacking directly. And if Niger is going to retaliate, it's not Niger retaliating, it is the alliance of Sahel State and Russia that are going to retaliate. So I am just telling you the breaking news from France 24 that Russia brought the air defense system and all these people that will teach them all those things. And is it the time to do that? Why are they doing that now? For me, their interest is to destabilize Africa, to make sure that Africa will never rise. And this is what leaders in Africa should know, not joining them to scatter Africa, because when Africa is not stable, that is where all this West, we have, we have more force to continue to mine resources and do what they want to do, which is very bad.
That is
so
them.
It's okay.
President become a puppet to them. It's a puppet. They remove him. They tell him because they won't even allow you to present a good leadership in that country. That is why they saw what they do. They kill Gaddafi. They kill Gaddafi because Gaddafi never allowed them.
If it is now, they will not kill Gaddafi, because Gaddafi must have formed an alliance with other foreign countries who can equally defend them. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, sir. Let's give mic to Mr. Christian.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Help me to mute yours over there. why I unmute Mr. Christian, you can unmute yourself. Good morning and thanks for joining us.
Okay, yeah. Afternoon, brother Okocha.
All right.
Yeah.
Before you go forward, are you just joining us now?
I'm just joining, but I think I've had briefly that you're talking about the dichotomy or the dilemma facing Nigeria and Niger, and it's a world. It's a So,
if you are just joining now,
it's like,
I want you. 1 minute. If you are just joining, I want you to watch this video. It's just 1 minute video, so that you will understand. What we are talking
Tinubu ya
about.
hito ya yi Najeriya bayani fassara bisa kai ga kudin da ya amso Faransa. In bai gayi ba akwai ranar kindillanci sosai kuwa. Tunda shi Allah.
Tinubu should come forward and explain to Nigerians the funds he received from France. If he fails to do so, the truth will eventually come to light. God will reveal it. Despite the attack on us, we have not taken money from anyone, so no one can accuse us of corruption. I've been around the corridors of power for 13 years, and no one can claim that I've ever accepted bribes.
Ta sama ne sojan Chad ke kai ma yan Boko hari sai sun ka ba su makamai masu sabke jirgi.
Reports indicate that the Chadian forces have attacked Boko Haram fighters using the airspace, prompting the French to equip the terrorists with anti-aircraft guns in retaliation. This happened in October this year. According to information we gathered from those we arrested, there is a plan involving France and the Nigerian government to allow other terror groups such as ISWAP and Lakurawa to establish a base in the Gaba area of Sokoto State. This move is said to facilitate operations across the northwestern states, including Zamfara and Kebbi, with the full knowledge of the Nigerian government.
All right.
Now, wow.
You know the person that is talking, right?
Niger president.
All right. You have the mic.
Yeah, so you see, my brother, this is the thing. In life, sometimes that is how life goes. Because how can I use a proverb to say a few things? What a man sows, that he reaps.
He reaps.
Okay. So you see these northerners, one thing with them is that you can't really. I blame Tinubu, but I will not overly blame Tinubu. Why do I say this? Is that, look, Africa, or let's just say Nigeria, let's just leave Africa, let's just say Nigeria, for example. If Nigeria had a united front agenda that would serve the interests of Nigerians, they would have stayed out of all this international craziness going on. But now they cannot. Why? Because I'm trying to be brief, because otherwise I will take all the time in the world. Why?
Okay.
Because because you see the Northerners, they were happy all this while when the British gave them the support 100% to take over entire Nigeria, and they ran what I called Fulani hijacked Nigerian system under the tutelage of the British, where they were loading it. They are loading it on everybody. They will decide who be president, who is not president. They've all come together, conspired against Biafra, Igbo in particular. So in every way possible, and their main target, don't take your eyes off the ball. The Fulani, this Fulani hijacked Nigerian system, their main target is to turn the entire Nigerian space into Islamic Sharia Caliphate. And they were doing it, and they are doing it successfully. And of course, they are still pushing. But now, because Tinubu, for whatever reason, because I can't know, I won't be able to know 100% what is on the inside, because I'm not on the inside. But now, because the Tinubu is coming with the French have their own agenda, right? Now, they know that the agenda of the French is not going to serve them the Fulanis. It's not going to serve their interest, because their interest is that everybody stay away, stay out of Nigeria affairs, so that they and their Islamic bodies sponsoring them, pushing them, and the British supporting them, so that they can eventually, slowly but surely, it doesn't matter how long it takes, take over Nigeria and turn it into Islamic Caliphate. Make no mistake about that. But now with French coming, it's a different ball game, because they're let me tell you, see these Fulanis or Northerners, whatever you want to call them. If there's war, let's just, for example, there's problem between Niger or Mali or Burkina versus Nigeria, they will take the side of those people. Do you know that?
They are brothers.
Exactly. They don't see us. They don't see us as their brother. I'm telling you, the gospel truth is bitter. For them, they see us as people ready to be conquered and Islamized and to serve the interests of the caliphate. That is how they see us, as Southerners. I am telling you the gospel truth. I am telling you the gospel truth. They don't see us. They see Niger and all these people as their own people, not us Southerners. So for them, they see opportunity to conquer us. Now, so Tinubu is somebody, you can't even predict the man. I am telling you the truth. He's not my ideal candidate. He's not my preferred candidate, but he's looking like an equalizer. Because the French...
What do you mean by equalizer? Sorry. What do you mean by equalizer? Because I want to get everything you are saying.
Yeah, I looked at him as an equalizer because he is able to do things that neither Jonathan nor Peter Obi will be able to do in terms of trying to stand up to the Fulani Caliphate, the hegemony that has hijacked Nigeria. Yeah, he played them too. He played them. This guy looked like he was going to die the next day. All the while, during the election, he was falling, he was incoherent, he was this, he was that. And these people thought that he was going to go the way of Yaradua, that he's a man who is going to die the next day. But it turns out that this guy can even stay another 10 years. He can be around another 10 years. Well, I'm not God, but at least, physically speaking, he's doing so well. Physically, not what we saw during the campaign and the election, and they put Shetima there so that when the man kick bucket, Shetima will take over and jam it through our throats. Islamization. That is what it's all about. Now the French again have their own agenda, because these British or French, they are number one enemy of the black race. When I say this, it's so deep. If I have to elaborate to tell you why I say that. They are the number one enemy, because these are people who come together and decided that the black man, also owing to our own level of thinking and understanding, we're going to be subjected into the bottom of all races, Every other race in this world come before us. Now, but with them coming now, this caliphate in the north, they are shivering because, one, the French will come to get what they want to get, and that thing they want to get will serve their people. So, and the Sahel region, they've rejected the French because the French is not helping them to get what they want. Rather, the French are exploiting their natural resources, but them, on the other hand, want somebody who can support them to turn Nigeria into Islamic Caliphate. So that is the situation. That is how I look at it. But we see what God does, because I always say that God will have the last laugh. We are people. A man who is down does not fear falling. For over a century, we as Biafran, we've been down. Over a century. Millions of... My mom used to tell me the story of how she escaped Asaba massacre. Till this date.
My father also told me how he escaped. They even killed someone who helped him to escape during the war. It's not a good story to remember. Anyway.
Exactly. And you know what? Till this day, nobody is honorable enough to say we are sorry. And to think that the bulk of the resources of the country that built Abuja, built Lagos, came from South, whatever you want to call it, South or whatever. But the fact that a South guy, Jonathan, they call him Igbo, they see him as Igbo, right? But on one hand, they will tell you it's not Igbo, that he's from South. But guess what? They will not even allow him to fulfill his constitutional mandate. They had to gang up and force him out. But the 90-something% of the bulk of economy that built Abuja, built is coming from there. But they will be the one to decide who runs Nigeria, who doesn't run, who becomes Nigeria. And they made all these conspiracy. So I tell you, this situation is deep. But like I always say, God will have the last laugh. And because we are done already, we just have to continue to push on as Biafra. For me, it's all about Biafra. And I know that it's going to be a combined effort of our effort, and Chukwu Okabiama. Everything is going to play out. We will see.
All right, sir.
That's my little contribution, brother.
What I want to, just 1 minute before we start receiving WhatsApp call, what I want to ask you is this. You see, like for me, in my own opinion, I don't just want only Biafra to come. I wish that Africans can realize that despite we are brothers, but all our ethnic groups ought to be a different country.
Yeah.
We can form an alliance.
Exactly.
Brothers, we can do visa free to different countries like they do in Schengen area in Europe, like they do between Canada and America. You can just carry your car and enter another country for free. Because all this West, they don't need us to do what they want to do in Nigeria. They need one person, the president.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for you to question the president because this country is too large, and the heterogeneous nature of the people in it makes it difficult for you to question president. Even though the president is a thief, if you want to attack him, his people can say, or his religious people would say, him is our thief. When this person was there, you were not talking. You understand? So it's very difficult.
I don't cut you off. With the Nigerian system, you can't even hold to account a governor who is Delta State or Imo State, Hope Uzodimma. Why? Because of the Nigerian system.
Because Abuja will respond.
Exactly. They will overwhelm you and they will slaughter you and you just die for nothing. But if we have our Biafra, for example, I'm telling you, it's not going to happen because we will fight and we will not have a Fulani hijacked Nigerian system that will unleash Abuja on us. If he tried to unleash terror on the Biafran people, him and his generation to come will never, they will be exiled. This is why you see where you saw this Western world, which I have lived for over more than 4 decades, or going to 4 decades. They are very meticulous when they do something. In the UK or Germany or Belgium or Netherlands, there's something you will commit as a leader. You will be banished. I am telling you, in fact, that is why their leaders, they are very careful when they deal with their people, because they know that their people will unleash hell on them. And they and their generation will never. So this is the thing. It's this Nigerian factor that has destroyed everybody and destroyed everything. And it will never work. Now, Tinubu, if I were, but of course, I don't know, but Kunle said it the last time, said Tinubu will do well to do the right thing. And the right thing is just let these people go, let Northerners go. If they want to go and form alliance with their Sahel people, fine, so be it. Because they seem to have a lot more commonalities. And let Southerners go and figure out what they want to. If it's 3, 4 nations, whatever, what is wrong with that? There are nations that are 1 million. There are those that are 2 millions. Luxembourg, these are less than, maybe 1 million. So many. How many? So this is the situation, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother. I think let's respond to some WhatsApp. A lot of people have been calling from WhatsApp. Let's see hear what they are saying. This is a very pathetic situation, but it's unfortunate that Nigerians are not taking cognizance of what is going on now. Because what is going on is capable of bringing arms, bringing what you can never think about to every corner of the West Africa country. It's capable of doing that. And the Niger president, he's not afraid of anything because he knows he's not fighting with his power.
Exactly.
And that is what I am also against. And Tinubu will boast of Nigeria power, and also he knows that someone like Britain and France will also support him. But this thing, it cannot continue like this because Nigerians will rise up. Where I know, look at all these allegations. For me, I believe them to be true. Imagine when the Niger coup happened. You saw how France pushed Tinubu to strike.
To go and attack. Yes.
You understand? Now, what is the interest of France? It's because of the mineral resources that they are mining.
That is what people. It's not the resources. People. Yeah, the resources in the north there, all those uranium and this and that. That is the interest of. Do you know that resources they are getting in the north? That is what is powering the French electricity power, and they are even, not only does it powering it, they are selling it to other European countries, making uncountable number of money from it. Meanwhile, the region, the places where these things are coming from, they are in darkness, and the French does not have the humanity in them to say, let us develop. Let them have 24 hours electricity, however way they can do it. Even as stupid and as whatever their leaders is, that they are not able to do the right thing, why don't you have the humanity in you to say, this uranium is coming from Niger, from Burkina Faso. Let us try and develop, build it. No, but they don't want, just continue to call it dark continent. Now, but the problem with that is that because amongst us too, there are diverse people have their diverse interests. That is why Nigeria, when they just say that Nigeria is doomed, bro, it's doomed for life. You can be rest assured.
It's so pathetic anyway. All right. What is it called? Africa Peking. I was expecting some calls because a lot of people have been calling before, but the call has not come. Let us turn to you. I want to ask you a question. Do you think that with all this restriction, because there is no doubt that the foreign powers don't want Nigeria to separate. There is no doubt about that. They want Nigeria to continue the way it is so that the oil, the uranium, the lithium, the everything you can think about will continue to flow as they want. So do you think that they will allow maybe self-determination tomorrow, despite we are taking our destinies into our hands, and a lot of people have been doing things that are very, very good. But what can we do about these Western powers?
Okay, you asked two questions. If they will allow us to take the self-determination tomorrow, that's how you put the question. Because we are in today now, you are talking about
question. Because let us think about the foreign factors, not just in Nigeria, in Africa, factor in self-determination in Africa. So how do we do this?
You see, the truth, I think I'm hearing some crack on your line. Are you hearing me?
All right. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. You see, if you look, it is easy for those of us that are in abroad, let me use the word abroad, to understand better how the Europeans generally are treating the Africans. You understand? But like for those of us in Africa, we don't understand so much because we are only the little understanding they have about the white man in Africa is about the colonial period. Because that was when we actually got in full contact with the white people. But those of us that are living here in abroad, that are mingling with them every day, transacting with them every day, we know how they are subjugating us. You understand? So it is a very big challenge. That's why you see when I come every time, I don't like talking about the problem. I like us to always talk of what can we do to liberate ourselves. Because if you keep talking about the problem, it's like you don't know what is really happening. Because the problem has been there. Or maybe you are hearing for the first time, that's why it looks strange. It has always been there. Depending on when, this awareness, most of us started getting it from Nnamdi Kanu's period. That's when most of us actually started getting awareness of things, actually listening to news. You understand? You understand me? So that's why sometimes it is difficult to educate a black man. Like I said in your other program, there are a lot of educated people in Africa, but different degree of education. You have the primary school cert, you have the secondary school cert, you have the university school cert, and you have those that didn't even go to school at all, but they are very intelligent. So you see the problem here. So it's so complicating. So the only way which I'm seeing now with my two naked eyes that is going to be very difficult for us is because we cannot unite. I said we cannot unite. I look at it from the angle of Nnamdi Kanu. with all the effort that handsome man put together to bring sense into our head. You understand? We couldn't learn anything until he was in the enemy's den. You understand? Then we started using him as reference to every good example. Even when Ekpa was also pushing his own, instead of us to embrace him, we started going against him. Okay, now that Ekpa is no longer there, just look at what is happening in our environment. Look at what is happening in our region. For just less than 2 months. You understand me? So what are we talking about? At the end of the day, we still come back to the table and start saying the same thing that we have been saying before we even discover these people that even came out to sacrifice their time and life for us. But we never appreciate them. So how are we going to solve our problem? You see, we are in a very deep, sometimes it's so difficult to talk about all these things because, like, if you look at this France issue now, you saw the first time it was difficult for me to actually contribute so much because France they have two interests. One interest in these guys. One, probably, I don't know what they discussed with Tinubu to extract raw materials from the north. Okay. Why is Niger not comfortable with them? Because Niger chased them out of their country. And they know Frank are trickish people, of which me and you know that the white people generally are trickish. So their aim, staying close to Niger in a country where you have a porous border, where people can always sneak in and out. For me, it is not safe. Why are the Northerners crying to make sure that the Niger, because I think the Northern leaders are the one motivating the Niger president to speak out. Because speaking out as a Niger president is also protecting them. I don't know if you understand me. So they will make everything to support them because like the other speaker said, if anything happens in Nigeria today, the Northerners are closer to the Nigers more than us. Do you know that the border between Nigeria and Niger is a short border now? I've passed through the border before.
There is no border.
There is no border there.
Depends on where you pass. There is no border.
Okay, it's not about closer. It's not about being closer. Let us be very straight and specific. They see them as their own people more than they see us. Don't say because of border.
It's true.
There is no border. I have passed Castina and all those. I have passed almost 3 borders to Niger Republic. It is only one road you think that one is border. But others are leaving. Some of their fence enter Nigeria. Nigeria houses enter Niger. So there is no border. They are just family and brothers.
Is the Southerners that has been living in food paradise? They refuse to come together. Let me just say Southwesterner, because among these two people, they've been able to benefit. They benefited from the Nigerian system, rotating back and forth, the presidency, the power and stuff like that, build Abuja, build Lagos, do that. So the rest, the original Old East, this original southeastern region, they think that these are like more or less like a conquered people. So, but now the chicken is coming home to roast because the Yorubas are beginning to realize that they don't see them as, even though that whatever, they don't see them, they are Southerners and the Northerners, they call Northerners, they don't see them, they see Niger people way more. That's why they told Tinubu, if France push you to fight Niger, we will fight you. They told Tinubu that, and he backed away because he's not yet ready. He's not quite ready, but it's coming. Everybody get ready.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I'm in Europe today. I came through Libya to this Europe that I am today. So I happened to pass through Niger. So we are just saying porous border, porous border. It is Nigerian border that is porous. The Niger border is not porous.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Okay, thank you. Let me tell you how I mean, because I passed through that very place. Before on our journey, as we were preparing for our journey to Europe, through the desert, it's whatever your sponsors told you that you are going to do. So we are told that we need a Niger passport. In Nigeria and whatever you are doing, they always look for a way to extract money from you. They'll give you different conditions, all just to get money from you. So we happen to make Niger passport, which I didn't actually see with my eyes. I didn't even know how the Niger passport looks like. I was just told I have Niger passport that they gave it to somebody. But when we got to Niger, well, let me tell you this thing. When we got to Niger, if you see the guys that took us from the border, Nigerian border to Niger border, they took us on bikes. On motorbikes. So when we got to Niger, did you know that they asked those of us that have passport, like there's a guy that is leading us, the guy said, yes, and these people have passport, these people have passport. So they counted the passport that is with the guy. Then those other guys, both the guys that are coming with us and the other new passengers we came across along the way that are together, they asked those ones, they didn't have passport. Did you know that these guys that took us with bike, after they took us to Niger, they make sure they took us to Niger police station? Would that happen in Nigeria? These guys are not immigrants, they are not immigration, so they are just normal like Okada guys you see in our country, normal Okada man. You understand? But they took us to the police station. Those people that didn't have passport have to pay some amount of money to bail themselves. Those of us that have passport, they allowed us. So why am I saying this? I'm trying to say the level of security conscious that they are.
It's more that of Nigeria.
You understand?
You see that Nigerian border, Nigerian border, the Fulani, what I call the Fulani hijacked Nigerian system, they deliberately left it like that. Don't think that there's no border there. They left it porous. It was a deliberate action. They knew what they were doing. They left it porous because they see these people as one with them. They don't see Southerners as really one. No. The intention has always been very clear from day one that Southerners has to be conquered. So that is the unfortunate.
You are very right. You are very right. So anything, and they are planning over there today, whether the Northerners and the Niger or whatever. And another thing I also see there is that the reason why I will also support Tinubu on this this move. Let me just finish this very point I want to make. The reason why I will also support Tinubu on this very move is that the gold the Northerners has been extracting from their land, the Nigerians are not benefiting from it. So if Tinubu can use France to have a share from that resources they have there, I don't think it's going to make any difference. You understand? So that's just what I want to add to it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Is it Chidon or Sidon? Good morning. You unmute yourself and let's hear from you.
Yeah, hello, good morning, brother.
Good morning.
Yeah, greetings from here. Yeah, my name is Tochukwu. I'm calling from US, United States of America. So my brother, more on no vessel, right? You see this Biafra of a thing, you understand? I'm against it, 100%. And each time I see you guys talking about Biafra, going through comment section, hearing about Biafra, I really get pissed off. And that is one thing I'm against.
Tell us your own opinion.
Yeah, I stand for Igbo nature. Trust me. You know my reasons, right? I was born in the north. I was born in Biningwari, Kaduna State. You understand? And then and I've been all over Nigeria. I was a truck driver in Nigeria before I came to United States. You understand? I have been everywhere in Nigeria, and I can tell you for a fact, right? Every other tribe that are not Igbo hates Igbos more than even Hausa Fulani.
You have some points. You have some point there.
Every tribe in Nigeria hates Igbo more than Hausa Fulani. And that is one reason I am against Nnamdi Kanu till today. I am against Simon Ekpa till today. Let us fight for Igbo nation. That your brother they carry the Ijo give Igbo. No be Ijo man, they send people from Ijo, they come Igbo land, come they kill Igbo youth. No be after the they send Ijo. Ijo go cross their land, come Igbo land, come they kill Igbo people. One no be Adromuma. I got to drop that Biafra.
I go answer them small when he finish, I beg.
You got to I got to drop that Biafra of a thing. Kaiga for Igbo nation. And we are all, we are capable of standing on, on ourselves. We don't need any other people to join us, my brother. That is what I have to say.
Okay. Okay, Jabek, make I just answer small. Now, the thing is, like the Ijaw, like you said, or Yoruba, or Itoko, or whatever old Eastern this thing, at the end of the day, for me, I have in the UK here, I have a sister from a friend from Ukwane.
Okay.
She's one of the die-hard supporter of Biafra nation or Igbo nation, whatever, because he told me that Ukwane is Igbo. It's as simple as that. Now, but there are dissenting voices because everybody can never agree. But when all is said and done, referendum has to decide. Now, somebody from Niger or like Masari Dokubo, yet he's doing whatever he's doing, but he's not speaking for everybody in the place. Somebody from either Tompolo or from Isoko, or you have your right to say you are not Biafran or you are not Igbo or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is what, when you civilize people, they behave civilizedly. It's referendum. Majority carries the vote. You have no choice. At the end of referendum, when majority wins, minority have their say. Majority carries the day. Then it's either you pack and leave. That's how it happens. In 2014, I was in the UK here when they have this referendum on to leave Europe or to stay. Lots of people I know who did not want to stay, but leave one, they have no choice. So you cannot say that because you are against Biafra or you are against Nnamdi Kanu because he put a job or he put it. No, it's not for Nnamdi Kanu. It's not for Niger to be Igbo or Biafra. No, it's referendum. If there's referendum, more you just say they don't want. So be it. No,
my brother, stop deceiving yourself. And I didn't one day. Stop deceiving yourself, eh? And then they could support. And then they could not support to Biafra. All few of them are abroad. Majority Bundan on Nigeria, they against Biafra.
Imaro for sure.
What they tell you, my brother, when I say a truck in Nigeria before
I don't me here.
I need to talk one by one first, okay? Let him just share his opinion.
When the right, I am truck in Nigeria before Potaba America. No, these guys are Porondi Wase. To the core, just like this, Unite Igbo. I hate that program. Am I why? Even in the Bayuku Akavro Tiena do South. Ha Bokurayan Wabukundi Wasi. Ha Furon Wafa as Ndibo. Not to talk of Ndi Kwere, all those people. My brother, why we don't die enough. Okay, now hold on. No, you see, just quick one, less than a minute. Right now, right? I want to be able to this Biafra Nisi. Now we did they kill pass. Now our land did they destroy pass. These other guys where they across the river, right? They they not send us. In our folk and that manager and they destroy their place. And I know about insecurity there because they not stand with us. So not they believe about them no Obodo Yibo that has support right. No.
You are looking at
the only Igbo nature.
It's all right. Let me.
You are seeing it very shallow. You are seeing it very shallow. Because this security is coming down.
1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, on that you will come in. Please, just 1 minute. The issue here is that even so many people from Anambra, Imo, Enugu, and a lot of them still don't support Biafra. Exactly. A lot of them support Biafra. So the issue there is that, like what you said, everything is all about referendum. So Natunji, let's welcome you here. Please tell us where you are joining us from and share us your opinion. What we are talking about is the foreign interest in Nigeria, where the Nigerian president has accused Tinubu and France of supporting terrorists like Dakurawa to destabilize Niger Republic. And he also accused Tinubu of taking money from France to facilitate the military base that they have promised them in Borno State. But Nigeria have come out to debunk or deny all these things. But what we know from the available information and memo is that Tinubu have signed a pact that France will come to Nigeria and start mining. And the information we know about France coming to any country to mine resources is that they can't come without bringing their military into that country. So what do you have to say about this?
My name is Olatunde. I'm living in Italy. I live in Sicily. I'm here for long. I really listen to your program most of the time, but I wish to be joined. But I should open the window today, as I'm very happy to come in to contribute a little things concerning your topic.
All
See,
right.
I'm Yoruba boy. I'm from Ondo State. I'm from Okitipupa, the sun,
Okay.
close to Ore. If you hear Okitipupa, that place I come from. See,
Okay.
let's not deceive ourselves. Let's pick it one by one. Our foundation. People that are ruling us, they have power. You understand? But people that are calling indigenous of Nigeria, personally, we are not Nigerian. Let's put it like this: we are not Nigerian. If you go to Nigeria now, example, if you go to Nigeria now, before you can able to hear somebody from southwest calling himself Nigerian, you say Yoruba, you cannot hear Nigerian inside Nigeria. No, it's only
Mm.
people that have been in outside calling themselves Nigerian. But inside
Mm.
Nigeria, personally, I'm Yoruba, I'm Hausa, I'm Igbo, but you cannot hear sound of Nigerian there.
This is the
Why
bitter
are we deceiving?
truth.
You understand? Why are we deceiving ourselves? But people that have been in outside calling ourselves Nigerian, Nigerian. No, my dear, let's stop deceiving ourselves. Nothing like Nigerian. That was good like that. Let's talk about Tinubu come to France. Italy and France, they have closer border. They move closer to each of the other. When Tinubu comes to France, you understand, I hear France very well. But if you're able to their language very well, if you listen to Tinubu, when they come to France, Tinubu takes some of money from France. You understand? Launching base in Nigeria, yes, it's real. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. You understand me? Tinubu already signed agreement with France. Why people are all those people that have been in France are happy because
Mm.
they will come to Nigeria to establish their own base.
Mm.
Remember, Nigeria have different tribes. You
Mm.
understand me? Yoruba
Mm.
have their own resources, their own mineral resources.
Mm.
While Hausa have their own mineral resources. We are not together before. In 1966,
Mm.
when the coup come in, they forced Nigerians together. If you remember,
Mm.
Nigeria departed in three places before. If you do history in school, you understand me? You understand me?
Mm.
Nigeria depart in three places: north, south, and east. Everybody stay in zone where Igbo stand in zone, Hausa stand in zone, Yoruba stand in zone. When the military take over, when they create, the problem start the day they create states in Nigeria.
Mhm.
You understand me?
Mm.
So when the problem start, but the day they create, that was the first state they first create was 12 states in Nigeria. You understand me? From there, they increased it to 19. From 19, they increased it to 21. That is the beginning of the problem.
Mm.
If they leave Nigeria as it is it before the colonialism went away, Nigeria will still better now.
Mm.
Because of the
You mean like
politicians,
in regions, or eastern
them,
region, the northern and the west
yes,
finish? Okay.
yes. If they leave it like that, Nigeria
Mm.
will still work. But as of
Yep.
now, nothing can work. Because
Yep.
now, not to fight back, not to not allow France to come and tap their resources. Now this thing will
Mm.
still turn to tribalism war. You
Mm.
understand me? Although people they will not allow France to come to their land to tap put oil there. No. If Tinubu wants to sign anything mineral resources with France, let them provide the land. You understand me? This thing you are talking about, the resources you are talking about, is support somebody's land. Federal government get a land in Nigeria. No. If they discover that they see good oil here, the federal government cannot take your land without your own consent because the land belongs to you. It's under the ground, the land, because they cannot do that. You should move your land from that under the resources. No. If you
You
move
know
it to
the
give them,
in Nigeria the law says state. State have the
No,
land.
no, no, no,
So if
no, no,
federal
no.
government
State
did not,
doesn't
what
have
about the
wait, no,
states?
wait, my brother. No, my brother, don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Okay.
As I am. I'm from America. If you know America, if you know Kisipa very well, you have for olden days, you have people that are rich, have land. You understand me? The
Okay.
land belongs to them.
Okay.
Resources of top the land. If one of your family go and sell the land to the government to come there. You understand me? If the land is still belong to you, nobody can come to that place and take the resources. No. You understand me? No. Go and check inside their this thing. Inside the constitution. The
Now
land
let me
belongs to
tell
you. If you
let
do,
me tell you, let me just chip in this question. Do you know that is the reason why they always use terrorism to chase people away from their ancestral home because of mineral resources?
Yeah.
see, my dear, see this thing you are talking about, chasing people away from for their land. I will tell you two things. Inside the house, the family that have the land, they know about it. You understand me? But if you look at Yoruba very well, if you come to Korodu, if you see when Ikorodu they are selling their land, they sell land for many people in Lagos. You understand me? They couldn't care. You understand me? But if government take any part of the land inside that family, you understand me? There was one person that informed government or sell the land to the government. Nigeria
Okay.
doesn't have technology to search. Maybe there is this place, there is gold. This place, there is Nigeria doesn't have it. You understand me? It's we people invite foreigner to Nigeria. If you detect something in Nigeria, you invite somebody to come and check it. You understand me? That's why this thing exposed. You understand me? Go to Ondo State. Bitumen, live bitumen in Ondo State, in Okitimpade, untouched. Why federal government doesn't come to that place? Because people that have the land, they couldn't allow. Even though Ondo State governor, but they do allow him to touch it. Because the land belongs to somebody. You understand me? Except the family wants to negotiate with the government.
Okay. It's all right.
Concerning
It's all
the
right, my
Yoruba
brother.
nation. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Do you have my number that I used to receive call?
No.
Okay. I think this. I just want you to send me hi there, so that after the program, I want to reach you for something, so that if we discuss that, you can take the number here. If we discuss that, we are going to use it for our next program. You understand? It still falls under this topic of mineral resources and exploitation, but I'll have to discuss with you privately. So you can take the number here on the screen while I respond to a WhatsApp call. Before our brothers on the screen, we also respond to what you said, okay? All right.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you, sir.
Before our brothers. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, my name is Martins, and I am calling from Sweden. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
My contribution to your program, because I've been
you have been what?
I've been following your program.
Okay.
Now, and I want to say that number one, the concept about Biafra. Me, I'm from Imo State. My father is from Imo State. Mom is from Ibanke.
All right.
You understand? And Abo in Delta. So the concept of Biafra that Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, they are pushing is alien to Igbo in Nigeria. These men are not, they didn't consult. Igbo, you don't move like you carry, because you can't decide for me. You can't even do anything without consultation with your Igbo people. And we are smart. We don't need to move, and act like we are emperors. Who made the prime minister? The Igbos in Nigeria are suffering and they are hustling. They are survivors. Have you gone to the Igbos in Kanu? The Igbos in Kaduna? The ones in Lagos? Even though the government Igbo is not marginalized. The place that is marginalized is our land. Our land is the one that is marginalized. But we are not marginalized. I'm in Sweden. And I know how much I remit. The remittance that Nigerians are sending over 65% come from Indigo.
All right. I want to
increasing it.
All right. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you know what they call pogrom that happened in Nigeria?
Pogrom. I know.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us the pogrom? Can you tell us what you know about that?
The reason for the war.
Not war, not Biafra war. Pogrom that happened. Before that one happened before Biafra war started.
The pogrom that happened in the north, in Jos,
Kanu.
It happened. I understand in Kanu too. Yeah. I understand that these are the reasons that.
No, just tell us what you understand. Tell us what you understand.
I understand that Indigos are not liked. I understand that there are some mindset and some concept of people in the north that have pushed some certain ideas against us. But I also know that there has been no program in the south. I know in the southwest, there is no program in the south. In the southwest.
Okay.
I was born in Lagos. I grew up in Lagos. My father came to Lagos to do boy in 1952.
Okay, so can you let me ask you one question, brief, after?
No. Let him finish first.
Yeah, I know.
So, if some people are thinking, we need to think smartly now. See, whatever Biafra we want to do, we need to start it now. And the first thing that we must have peace in Southeast. We must be secret. We must go like the leopards in our history, the secret society. We must be secretive with our thoughts and our mindset. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu has pushed his agenda, and it's good because everybody's selling markets. Peter Obi was selling his own market. You understand? Everybody selling markets. Nobody should stop anybody. But don't come and infringe into my own rights. My own father cannot do that.
All right.
The Igbos need to make that decision for themselves. Not one man will say, okay, tell me, how do you see the problem the Western Igbos are having? They don't deny that they are Igbo. That's why they call themselves Delta Igbo. We didn't call them Delta Igbo. They call themselves Delta Igbo because they are 100% Igbo.
It's all right. Yeah, let me ask you a question because of time so that you can explain further with what you are saying. All right. In 1814, the king of the country you are in Sweden, in 1814, you can go and fact check everything I'm going to tell you. He wanted Sweden not to go away from Norway. But there was a war they fought. And people that led the war are not up to 1% of the people from Norway. And Denmark, there is one man they call the Napoleonic, something like that, Napoleonic Wars of Denmark. And they were forced to secede Norway to Sweden. But the Swedish, they refused. You are in that country, you will know what I'm saying. Now, why do they refuse? These are people who are like more closer than we are in Nigeria. These people, they were not forced together in the first place, but they refused to be together after some times. You know why I'm saying this? The freedom of individuals to say we are not this, we are not that, I think is sacrosanct, number one. And number two, you say Igbos that they did not do consultation. I don't know if you understand that Biafra was a country that has passport, that have currency. and they fought war for 3 years. And Ojukwu made consultation. Ojukwu is not the one that declared the war. Igbos want to leave, and they asked Ojukwu to declare the war. Are you? I'm coming. No. Yeah. Now, there is what they call ideology. It's like a religion, and it is something that you can never wipe out. Then, there is something Ojukwu said before he died. He talks about what happened in Aburi. That the only thing that could make Igbos to remain in Nigeria was Aburi Accord. But go on getting to Nigeria, the British, Ojukwu did not call British. Ojukwu said foreign embassies in Lagos, but I know it was British. Say foreign embassies in Lagos forced Gowon not to implement the agreement they had. And he don't have any other option. His people asked him to declare Biafra. History is very important, and we must go back to history. Now, these are the beginning of everything. That is anybody that is coming out today to tell you that we need our country, either Yoruba, Hausa, Biafra, and all those things. You know that the person is thinking right. You know why? Because Nigeria is a business center. Now, there is a time and season and purpose for everything on earth. Have you ever asked yourself, why was Nigeria amalgamated? I have the document here, and I can tell you why Nigeria was amalgamated. Nigeria was not amalgamated because they want to form a country. That was why they put a set date. People will come together and say, are we still ready to go forward? That was 2014. And that was what Jonathan was thinking before he called National Conference in that 2014. So the truth is this: neither Nnamdi Kanu nor people who are agitating today, that is the pioneer or founder of this Biafra thing. No, it started before them, even before some of them were born. Before I was born, it started. And the reason Ojukwu started it is still valid today. The program that I wanted you to explain to us was where they started calling Igbos infidel. You have a shop, you sell more than me, tomorrow I'll cut your head, and I will put your head in the bus that is coming to South to give your people. Is that happening in your country? And it's still happening in Nigeria up to today. Like yesterday, 6 people were kidnapped in my place. The thing continue and continue. People are dying. Okay. I am in Nigeria. I want you people abroad to come back home. And see. So that you will know whether this country is fit or whether what these people are saying. Because if it has not happened to you, you know, you won't understand. How I wish you can come back to Nigeria. Come and join us here. Let's begin to live and enjoy Nigeria.
Okay, if you don't mind, can I say 1 minute, please?
Yeah.
The idea or the concept, you see, Nigeria, like you said, gave me good history, and I understood your point about self-determination. That even Sweden, Norway was under Sweden for a while, but Sweden had to let them go because they always say they want to go by themselves. You understand? Okay. And the history of Nigeria, like Ojukwu said, the Abure Accord must stand. Like you said, rightly, that the Western people are the ones that is against it. But you know one thing that Nigeria has tried to do after the Civil War? They tried to marginalize the people. But it has not worked because we are nomadic people. We are not nomadic alone in Nigeria. We go everywhere. You understand? And this is our history that we don't even know. We think we started this thing today. Hey, Jesus. We didn't start it, though. It has been thousands of years. We have gone everywhere. Now, my brothers, some of them are in different places of the world, doing well. We have money, but we don't have our land. See, this is my point. Look, I agree with Simon Ekpa, I agree with Nnamdi Kanu, but let us calm down. Let us go to the drawing board. See, we cannot develop if our land, is not peace. There's no peace there. We must have So far, the government say some people are agitating. Nnamdi Kanu is going to be in jail. We are against his incarceration. Even though I don't support his style, but it is unjust. It is the biggest thing that is wrong of Nigeria. Somebody do not do anything bad. You keep him for no reason. But what if everybody drops agitation and instead we move with the spirit of Biafra? Because right now, as we're talking now, nothing stops the states, south, southeast, from developing a railway system. Nothing stops the port in One. We can put it at our own political agenda. Don't. You see, this is not that political agenda. Let us learn from them. They are against this tax reform together. Now, what we can do is to unify the Igbos in the south, in rivers, and the Igbos in the west, western Igbo. They don't like the word Biafra because Asaba massacre, nobody was there to protect them. The Igbos in Opobo, the Igbos in Oba, Indoni, they had to deny immediately, or else they would have been massacred too. So, what are you saying? The Igbo that remain Igbo, politically, they have already gained. Will you tell them to not accept Igbos? And the problem, these people complain, the number one problem, let me tell you, number one problem is Biafra. They will start by saying, we are not Biafra. Before they say we are not Igbos. That means this agitation has bring insecurity. Now the military are causing all the killings. I'm from Imo State. I'm from the region. I'm on the Swamama. I'm on Duba.
You cannot speak for everybody.
I cannot go to my village.
It's okay.
I can't go to my
It's okay. I understand it.
I'm talking about my own town. Kidnapping. It started during Goodluck Jonathan, not even now. So how come people are saying?
So who caused it?
If the agitators calm down, we will know how to deal with these things. The government has militarized our zone. They are the ones killing people with Asari boys. It's true. And then they are blaming it on ipob. Today, they killed the Reverend Father. Yesterday, they killed the Reverend Father.
All right, so I just summarize it. We have exhausted your time so that we can move forward and somebody reply.
We blame from ESL, which is not true. But how can we save peace in Alaibo for now? Because okay, let him talk. Sorry.
All right, no problem about that. So just in 1 minute, respond to him so that we can move forward.
Okay. Yeah, because the contradiction is striking. He said so many things, but he started first of all by saying that Igbos are not marginalized because the Igbos are wanderers. Okay, what does he describe or how does he understand the word marginalization when one of the third major tribes in the country during the election, and not even just this last one, even the subsequent ones, they will come and say, for example, that if you have to vote certain way or you don't vote certain way, if not, you'll be thrown into the lagoon or we destroy your business and we kill. And they don't, not just theoretical threat, they carry it out. Is there any other out of the three other major that faces this? If there is no marginalization, you tell me what it means. That how many people, Igbo people, their businesses were destroyed during the last election? If there's any slightest thing, maybe Trump or maybe Israel, Igbos bear the brunt. In a country you say you want to continue to remain because you're a wanderer. Anybody wonder, people wonders. It's not only Igbos. We have Yorubas in Germany, in Britain, in France, everywhere. We have other tribes. So that does not mean that you will not, until you have your own land secured, your own place, have your own government that will speak on your behalf, you have nothing. You can have all the money in the world. The government, this full and hijacked Nigerian system can take it away from Ali Nonyema, just like that. They can take it from whoever it is because you don't have your own government. So sorry, my brother, that is the situation.
Okay.
Can I also contribute, please?
It's all right. All right, you can respond to it just in a minute.
Yes, I will want to start from our Yoruba brother. and then also link the topic to this our brother that just finished speaking about Biafra. So like what the guy said about land, about raw materials, that in Yoruba land, when you have a land and whatever is discovered from it, that the government cannot take over the land. So that is to first of all tell you, like you now, from the eastern part of the country, it is not like that. When the government discovers all years in your land, automatically you are going to leave that land. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, but in the Yoruba land, it is not the same thing. That is to tell you the kind of law we operate in the country. That is for that. So, and the guy also talked about where our problem actually started from. That is where the guy, that is where he nailed it all. Our problem started from the division of the country. First of all, to 12 states. That is why I said I want to link it to what our brother was saying. Like me, my grandfather have countless children. My mother didn't even know all her siblings.
Serious?
Yes, because my grandfather started going to Onitsha far back in 1939.
Okay.
He was one of the first colonial teachers, those that used to put on knicker. And he had bicycle then. You know, somebody that had bicycle is a very rich man in then. He was going with the bicycle to Onitsha. They were going to do trade. His younger brother had 12 wives with 68 children.
Okay.
So, what am I trying to say?
Please just summarize it, okay?
Yes, because when we talk about I am not Biafra, I am Biafra is what I'm trying to say. All of us grew up from one, you know the way it was in those days, we grew up from one home. And we recognize ourselves as Igbos. You understand me? Before the Biafra war, my grandmother had a house in Onitsha. And even till today, as I'm talking to you, so we still live, many of us are still living in the East. So this idea of we are Biafrans and we are not Biafrans, those of us that are saying we are not Biafrans, first of all, ask the person's age. Were you born when Nigeria was divided from 12 states to 19 states? Because like when we have Bende State, for example, when we have Bende State, most of us know we were from the East. Because we knew that Bende State, we knew that Midwest came out from Eastern region. But as the division continues, they continue to break our wings by these new generations that didn't even know where we are coming from. So when most people say they are not Biafrans, you always try to know, when were you born? I think that goes for that. Then, about the brother that was talking about a consultation, that Nnamdi Kanu went into the issue and someone Ekpa without consultation and this and that. Many years back, was this issue of Biafra there? No. What arise the issue of Biafra? Because of the economic situation of the country, because of the way they are treating people. How can you have an international airport, but you cannot fly abroad from that airport? How can you have a big sea with the British port already built there, but the sea is not functioning, the port is not functioning? You have to go and start carrying your goods through Lagos. Yeah. Where you have somewhere like Kanu, Kaduna, or whatever, where they have dry seaport, but they don't have port, they don't have CO, but they have port. You understand me? So when we start to talk about consultation, who do you expect to come and serve you pounded yam for you to be eating and be talking? And then you not say, this pounded yam meat not there now. How you carry pounded yam come, you not put meat? You say it's consultation. When you already see what is ahead of you, it's like your ass is burning and you are busy chasing rats. You see, until we start to be realistic to ourselves, it will be difficult for us. Like the guy also said, he said that he doesn't support his Nnamdi Kanu style, but he's also against his arrest. You understand me now? You don't support somebody's style, you're also against his arrest.
Contradiction.
So you see, so bro, so you see, Nigerians, I think it is time.
It's all right. A lot of people that are calling, they are not happy with. They are not happy with me already. I have to go back to them. We already have about 150 missed calls.
Yeah. Okay.
just look at the last statement he made. He said, I cannot go back to my village. He said that he cannot go back to his village because of kidnapping and so on. And he wants somebody to come and consult you.
He's sharing his opinion now. He's sharing his opinion. You know, everyone is entitled to their own.
You know how many people they kidnap in my place in Delta?
I'm not against what he actually said, but what I'm against, or what I don't agree with him, he said that the way he started, he said, look at Nnamdi Kanu doing agitating, look at Ekpa, that they did not consult anybody. You understand me? So that's okay. Now, after you said that,
that is his opinion now, and you can't take it from him. That is his own personal opinion. Like everybody has their own opinion. Okay.
Sometimes it is good for us to educate our people through people's opinion. So that's why I always say that whatever we are saying sometimes in about Nigeria issue, sometimes we have to also attribute it to age, because it depends on when you were born. That is when you can decide. Like the children of these days, let me give you why I said so. The children of these days, they don't know anything about tap. What they know is borehole. Like during my days, we have tap in our house.
Yeah.
So when you build the house today, you start to talk about how to get water. They'll tell you, your son will tell you that you will need borehole. But during our days, it was not like that. You understand? So these things we have to know about all these things. Don't want people just come, they just talk because you went to school that most of the teachers were not qualified. Most of us that are talking today, during our school days, we didn't even know anything. The intelligent people in our class, when they are talking, we don't talk. But those of us that didn't actually know anything during our days, we are so much intelligent than this youth of these days. So it's very funny, you know.
It's all right.
So
Thank you so much.
Let me allow people to put in. Maybe I'll still get to add more.
All right. Our brother that called in there, thank you so much. I think we have to allow other callers to call in and give them five minutes, because we have to respond as many that have been called in to our best capacity. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay.
All right. I think we can start receiving new calls. Please, if you have been calling before. Okay. Hello. Okay, that one caught. Let me receive another one. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Merry Christmas.
I wish you the same, my brother. How you doing now?
Fine. Thanks for joining us. I see you have been calling before.
My brother, the program, they catch fire. They hear people, they come, drop different comments and opinion, you know.
All right. We started by what is going on in Niger. There is a tension between Niger and Nigeria, of which I know you are aware about that, where the Nigerian president is accusing Tinubu and France of collaborating to sponsor terrorism to destabilize their country. So this is an allegation that a lot of people have been, laying against the Nigerian state of sponsoring terrorists against, her own people. Like the commissioner of police in Zamfara will come out to tell you that some lawmakers are bandits and terrorists. And now it has graduated to international level. But as usual, Nigeria government has come out to deny the fact that they are not sponsoring terrorists. What do you have to say about that?
Brother, we're used to our Nigerian government, their lies. We're used to the military lies and everything. So we don't even have anything to start thinking, that will not wait till they think too long to know, saying a better lie than they lie. Say they already signed those things. You understand? When Nigeria, imagine Nigeria is the only country when if 100 people dies, they will tell you only 5 people died. You understand? Nigeria is the only country where their own military will come out and drop bomb on the life of their own citizen and tell you, oh, it was a mistake. And they will never cut martial even the person who gave that order and the ones who did that publicly. Ask yourself, what is the reason why Israel went into war? Maybe not because they come out, they come massacre people for there, right?
Yeah.
And they went into war today, where they destroyed we say the whole part of the world is feeling the heat. You understand? And they even drop mistakenly. Or, okay, tell me why America go war. You understand? Should be not because they can't drop bomb, plane, suicide mission for the Pentagon or something like that, the building.
Yeah.
All right. And after that, they went into war, right? But for Niger, even if they wipe the population, half of the population out, the government will still tell you nothing is happening, it's okay, everything is normal. The things are supposed to have if you go to other countries, the things that have led to war in Nigeria is normal in the eyes of our government. So we are used to it, and the whole world is seeing that and knowing that, look, the terrorists we have today is not even the masses, it's the government. They're the one terrorizing the citizens, killing their own citizens for their own selfish interest. You understand? Tinubu is traveling from different countries to different countries. Anywhere where he talks, say you won't put our money now, he's there for you. So we already know all these things.
So what do we do?
What do we do? My brother, during election, no matter how we talk today till tomorrow, all right? 2027, the same people crying today, you will see, 70% will come out for. What do we do? The best thing to do now to either go separate ways, make everybody manage going house, managing problem. And then the problem what we are talking about is our politicians. If today, you understand, they come out and say, okay, make we go separate way. I know say if politicians were the southeast, they will take care of them.
Okay.
Easily. You understand? They will drive them out. You understand? But as long as we still remain together, Nigeria no go see peace. Both northern side, both the Yoruba side, both the Igbo side, southwest, everywhere, they no go see peace because these are people that decided to come together and suck the blood of the innocent within Niger by all costs. You understand? By all costs, there's nothing you want to do on this earth when Nigeria they will fix up. If P2B enter today, they will still corrupt P2B. Two things will happen. It's either they corrupt P2B or they hold him captive that he will never perform.
Yeah.
Like they did to Jonathan.
Yeah, like they did to Jonathan. Yeah.
Now I hear people talking about, the other guy that was making comment, he's happy, say that he's from Igbo. That guy no be true Igbo son.
It's possible.
I'm sorry to say that, but he's not pure Igbo. You understand? You cannot tell me that you need Nnamdi Kanu to come and consult. You need someone Ekpa to come and consult from you. Why can't you go the courts to be like them, to pick up the agitation from where they stop? Everything will happen for your own land, okay? Growing up as a child, they told me about Biafra war, right? I never saw it. But everything my grandparents told me, growing up as a child, I don't see all of them finish happening for my crocodile eyes. Waiting again remain. The only thing will remain is everybody in the entire Southeast never carry on to go fight back. That's the only thing remaining. But if about the killings, they are wiping the population of the Igbos, Southeasterners.
All right.
They wipe them down every day by day.
All right.
Oh, Okocha, you asked some good question.
We have exhausted your time, eh?
Okocha, you asked the guy a good question. No, Coach, I say you ask the guy. I say you ask the guy a good question because you tell him, say whether in Sweden or wherever. Even Finland. Now, more less than 20 people started the movement that free Finland. Today, Finland is free from Russia. 20 people only. He said no consult. The Kanu and Samuel go from house to house or telling everybody, see what I want to do. Is that how it works? No.
It's all right. It's all right.
The only consultation you need to receive is when you see your land they destroy. You see military people form thousands of checking points. All right, you come back from anywhere before you pass. Both the innocent, old and young will carry hands up. You understand? That's enough consultation for you to know that your land is messed up.
Exactly.
Our people. Now those people where that man will make that comment. Now people where they use. Those are the kind of people that kept us the way we are today. Because if everybody
100%.
has a better mindset, you understand that look, you travel to another man's country, you enjoy it. Why you don't enjoy the same thing where you enjoy for another man's country for your own country?
Exactly.
The same level of freedom.
That is all right, sir. Let's have another caller.
They need to know how angry we are. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Oni. I'm calling from Germany.
All right. Hi, Germany.
Germany is fine. Germany is fine. We thank God.
Merry Christmas.
I wish you the same, sir.
All right, sir. The Niger president accused Tinubu of conniving with France to sponsor insecurity. I want to know what people are thinking about that.
He's only a fool, that Nigerian government, even the military will come out and start telling you that they don't know nothing about what they're accusing them for. Because we have always known, Nigerian government as deceit and lies.
Okay.
They always lie. Nigerian government have never been truthful to their citizens. And they can never be, because from the presidency to all the leaders, all of them have skeleton in their cupboard. So they must cover for one another for them to remain in power.
Okay.
So if Niger is not a family, Niger is a nation, a sovereign nation.
Yeah.
Come up to accuse another sovereign nation, and you are just saying that it's just a lie. They came out in national television to lie to fools. Nigerian government have been a terrorist state right from the one. So even that guy was saying that Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa did not consult. It is only a tree that they are telling you that you are going to be caught today and you remain in one place.
Mm.
The consultation has already been there. For you to land, you travel from abroad, land in Lagos. You must either you spend a night or you must take the next available flight going to your state. It's already a consultation. Nobody have to tell you. But for them, in the north, all the whole small states, they can fly from their state direct to abroad, from abroad direct to their state.
Mm. Yeah, like Kanu.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now somebody is telling you, and the worst part of it is that it's all about mindset. These people, did not have the same mindset the Igbo has. So we did not supposed to be together. We did not supposed to be together.
Yeah.
All right.
We did not supposed to be together. The only solution, in conclusion, it is just to dissolve the country. Let everybody stay on its own country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biafra has been there before. Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. Ask that person that is talking. His father, if the father is 70 years old today, what was the name of the country where the father from before he now become a Nigeria? Ask him. Anybody that is 65, 67, that is already older than Nigeria, what is the name of your country?
Yeah.
Where were you born before? So people are saying they want to go back the way they were before, and you are calling them terrorists. Who is the terrorist? It is Nigeria State is the terrorist.
It's all right. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you too for the opportunity. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Let's have another caller. Hello. Are you there? Hello. The person is still listening to listen. All right. Let's have another caller. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Kocha. Good morning, sir.
Please, can you off the YouTube there?
Yeah, good morning. I've done that.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, brother.
Do you think that the president of Niger is saying the facts and the reality of, what we have been witnessing since in Nigeria?
Yeah, my brother, I think you know he's talking. It's Mr. Meka from Togo.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dear brother, thank you very much for the opportunity. Okay, let me say a bit. that word, sorry to use this word, that word they say accused is not accused. He said it direct, and that is rape.
That is proclamation that he proclaimed. In fact, it's not accusation.
God bless you, sir. Now, in other aspect of that, let me come. If Nigeria did not remove hand in propaganda, lying, gossiping, putting false news against others, they will remain like that from generation to generation. Now look at how can a trained soldier, trained soldier went to scan somebody, went to shoot, he leave it and go and kill civilians. And he came out to social media and tell us that it's a mistake. How long will we count that mistake in Nigeria? And
that is not the first time, that is not the second time, the third and the fourth.
God bless you. That is where I'm going. Now, secondly, if such a thing, look at when Trump was campaigning, somebody make a sheet of gun that scratched Trump on his ear. Do you believe that the first minister retired immediately, that he cannot continue this thing because he fell on it?
Yeah.
God bless you. Now I'm coming to those fools. I use that word fools to those who say that they are not consulted. They are not doing this. They consult them. A mosquito that is in his glass pitch wanted to come and talk to him. Check all these Biafrans are doing. Check all those 40 states they nominated. That 40 states that have representative for all the states. How can an idiot come out and say they are not being consulted? Must we bring drink? Because everybody likes to drink alcohol at night.
No, don't worry. Don't call him idiot now. You know, I like when people come out to say their opinion, talk their mind, you understand. Yeah. So don't call them idiots.
You are right.
Yeah.
They don't know they are not deceptive. Thinkers are not deceptive.
Yeah.
So for those that are thinking that we are not consulted, how do they feel that we will come one after the other, knock by door to say, see what we are doing? Nnamdi can have done this many years ago. He told this to whole state and make sure that he made the chief, the king, the traditional rulers, which they give him the upper hand. Despite things come and turn upside down now. Now, unless the individual come out to say, we are not consulted. How will you be consulted, brother? But finally to this, I don't know how many times he give me. If Northerners feel that they are really know that Nigeria is no more working again, these people have been presented before. Why did they back up and come to social media and complain that Nigeria is no more working, Nigeria is no more working? Why not say on that day that you are presented before and do everything perfectly, everybody go to his way?
Exactly.
Now, since the whole ceremony, now, the security officer in the school, are they living comfortable now? Until we remove gossiping, until we remove lying, until we remove teaching from wanting to go to carry something and come outside to say, who is doing that in the bush? We will not go anywhere. The only thing that I'm afraid of now is that what they're doing in that Biafran cabinet, that's what fed my mind. And I have stopped putting my time there until I see the head and the possible things of going. But despite now they are gambling, they are doing this. And my brother, I think I'm tired of those people. Until when they reconcile and one, I can keep on my money there. Thank you very much. It's only thing I can offer here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's have another contact. All right, that one has gone away. Let's have another one. Hello.
Roger.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, my name is Chris. I'm calling from Anambra. I've been trying to get you online. Even something I wanted to.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay.
Because there is something. There is this Fulani man that I do work with us. That used to stay with us. He used to supply us meat from far north before.
Okay.
So what he told me and that all those things is now becoming clear to me. He's a Fulani man. We are the people that made him to come to Anambra since after the war. The man is an elderly man.
Okay.
So, but one way or the other, one thing led us because of that time we wanted to go into killing meats and exporting it outside country. So somehow I don't know how him and my brother get to know each other. So according to him, the only time he came to Anambra was before the war or during the war. I think there are part of people. So when he wanted to come, he has to come with a very little girl that he married. According to him, he said it was his letter. We became friends because he's the one that used to supply us boots, nama, donkey, and other things. So later, when we became close because of the business, according to him, one day he came. I asked him of that girl because that girl used to come with small girl. He's the one that, according to him, he said that they gave him the girl. The girl should be around maybe 20 years or 21. His body man is up to 70 or more than 7 then. So he said the reason why he came with the girl to visit us to our place, all the time we did our mother burial. He said normally they want to go where they are afraid. They normally go with somebody that is a beautiful girl. You understand?
Okay.
They go with a beautiful girl so that even if you want to hand them, looking at the beautiful girl and small baby, you will not harm them.
Okay.
This is what he used to tell me when we now became friends. He said that the reason why he came with that his wife, the last wife, said they give him the wife as a kind of to build the relationship that his wife is the senior brother, a daughter to the senior brother. Why I'm saying this for you to see the kind of people. You know, in our place, you don't marry your brother.
Yeah.
Brother, daughter. But this one, they gave her the senior brother gave her the daughter, a girl of 20-something years, just to build the bond they have. And why coming? Because he felt that maybe based on the war, he was still thinking that Igbo people that we still have that war in mind, but that we are going to attack him. He now come. So when he came and see the way we related with him, we are, believe you me, average Igbo person is a kind of accommodating.
Yeah.
Igbo people, even in our side, if you let's say if we are doing masquerade now, then you happen to be a foreigner. If masquerade want to flog you, and I say to that masquerade, this person is a foreigner, the masquerade will leave you and flog me. That is how, and I know other, if you can ask other Igbo people, somebody and somebody can be fighting now. Average Igbo person will first of all ask what is happening. But Fulani and other people, they will not even ask us that as far as that person is not from their side. You will start killing the other person immediately. But average Igbo man will first of all ask you, what is happening? And if at the end of the day they find out that problem is from you, they will tell you this, you are their fault. That is the kind of people we are. But because we find ourselves with Nigeria, we want to explain all these things. Now is for us to see that we are not the same thing with these people. Later, that man killed that girl, that small girl. You will ask me how I get to know. One day, he normally comes from the north most of the time for us to do counterbalancing. I asked him on the girl. I don't know whether he don't know how. I said, you are no more coming with that girl. He said that girl make him to vex. That he never knew that he never knew that the girl used to go and meet another man outside, and out of anger that he killed him with the sword.
So sad about that.
Are you getting?
Yeah, you just have just 1 to 2 minutes left.
Okay, that he killed the man. Then you see the mentality of the kind of people. He himself said he killed the girl, that the girl is going outside to meet a man. A girl of 20-something years, you're up to 70. You killed him, kill the son because you are not the owner of the son. So that we know the kind of people we are dealing with. They can kill just because they want to and turn it the other way around. There's something that the man told me that is happening now. The man told me during that time, before they started this thing of Ruga something.
Yeah.
He said that they want to create that they are the owner of Nigeria. There's something that they will do very soon. That they will have their own country inside Nigeria in every state. And that what they will do inside their country, that they will have their own lights. They will have everything that they need inside that own country, that they will create as Fulani own country, that they will have it in every state in Nigeria. Because the time this man is telling me this thing, there's nothing like, I have not had anything about Ruga. You understand? He said that after they have done it, that they will have enough food. They will have everything that they need. Then from there, they will be coming out to fight Nigeria. And that they will make Nigeria that hunger. They are outside that country that they have as Fulani own country. That it's only that place that you can see food. But outside that place, there will be hunger. And the reason why I'm saying this thing is that looking at what is happening in Nigeria now, it's like that is what is happening. And you remember one man that they did interview that run away from this Sambisa. The man made a comment. He said that if you enter that place they call Sambisa, that place is not just bush, that they have a well-built city in that Sambisa, that Babangida. I don't know if you can remember. I think it's in your channel. I watched that interview with that man that run away from Sambisa. The man is a teacher. So the man now made that comment that if you reach inside that place they call Sambisa, that they have everything. They have food, all this rice, foreign rice. They have rice there. They can import rice, bring inside there. They have light. They have water. That place you can only speak Arabic. So this thing that is happening in Nigeria is not coincidence. They have been planning it.
Okay.
They have been planning it.
It's all right.
So for us not to be confused, all these things you see happening in the East, some people that don't know what is happening, we blaming it to our fellow brothers, blaming it. No, these people, they can do something and turn it the other way around. I just want to share that with you. That is the reason why I've been calling you.
All right.
Because all those things that the man has been telling me, all of them is happening now. He said that they will use mosque as where they will be dumping their guns. That mosque will be their barracks. That mosque will be their barracks. That is where they will have their gun, that they will be going out to fight.
All right. Noted. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris from Anambra. Thank you so much. All right, let's have another conda. Mr. Ondatunji, have you sent me the message? Mr. Ondatunji.
I will send you now. I'll send you.
All right, send me the message. All right, let's have another conda.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
Good afternoon, Mr. Kocha. This is Zu from Denmark.
From Denmark. Please, can you turn off the sound there?
Yeah, it's up now.
All right, turn it down so that it will not be coming.
Yeah, it's completely down now.
All right, talk to us.
Yeah, to start with the accusation by the Nigerian government. My brother, there's no escaping with the Nigerian government. If you can sponsor terrorism against your own citizens.
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go on.
Yeah. If we have some politicians who are sponsoring terrorism in their own against their own citizens, the people that have voted them in, how much more outside? It's obvious that they can do it. Okay, we have some experience with France. France, they were in Mali before. What happened there? Did they fight insurgency?
No.
Did insurgency stop there?
No. Thank you so much. That is the question I was asking about this Niger Republic. The American military base was there. France military base was there. And every day, Boko Haram terrorists is ravaging the country. So what is the essence of all these military bases?
What are they doing? So they are there on their own personal interest. Okay, another example is this. There's this place called Borno State. There was a precious stone they found. It's called a Californium. I think it's the most expensive precious stone in the whole world now. Yeah. Foreign journalists are there with their triumph, not even other microphone. Triumph going up and down in the midnight, making calls, doing some. I can't hear you. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interacting with these people, while our own so-called soldier cannot even go there, that place has been seceded to Boko Haram. What is happening? There's no way that they're going to deny this. It's obvious that they had won. Okay, they said that the Laklawa that was inaugurated a few weeks ago went to destroy its installation in Niger. How did they go? Where did they pass from? What Nigeria have a border control? Okay, when these people were inaugurated in Sokoto State, what happened? Why didn't Nigeria government go after them? These are questions that are begging for answers. This is the at least 6 or 7 times Nigerian military is bombing civilian people without any consequence. This play we are talking about, it's not like Krapot. You have to use your microscope to view what you are targeting. You are targeting. Yeah. And this is one of the 5 consecutive times, and they are still telling us that it was a mistake. But have any of them been proved since all these incidents? No. This is intentional. It's calculated attempts. About the other guy that said Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra struggle, that Nnamdi Kanu didn't do the consultation. My brother, it's true that Dugu did consultation, and believe you me, Nnamdi Kanu did a wider consultation before he started his own. Nnamdi Kanu called most of the traditional rulers, most of the prominent Igbos, and both the southeast and south. Even people in diaspora. Even people in diaspora, he even send, if he didn't get you on phone, he will send you a letter. So when that boy is talking that Nnamdi Kanu didn't do any consultation, when your heart is on fire, you want Nnamdi Kanu to come and beg you, kneel down in your house before you could join the struggle. I wonder how to take sometimes. It's all right. The guy was so confusing that all what he condemned at the initial, at the end of the story, his comment, he was even saying that he liked them. You see, that is why I don't attack people's opinion. If someone come and air his opinion, see, if someone come to tell you his own opinion, don't condemn him, don't attack him. Tell him the truth. You understand? Tell him the truth. Exactly. Explain to him what you know as truth. You understand? Because the more we attack people who share different opinion, the more we make them believe that they don't matter a lot. So a lot of people don't understand the truth. So we owe them the duty to tell them the truth. So you can see that after I spoke to him, he understands a little bit of what I'm saying. So that is what I expected us to be doing. Thank you so much. Just like what woman was saying last time, there was this woman, she's a journalist and developer. The woman, she went on her own, and she found out that most of the things that are doing in Southeast is being caused by the Nigerian military. When the Nigerian was kidnapped at the initial time, people were just sitting at home. There was no unknown comment, there was no killing until they pushed soldiers into the Southeast to go and stop those who are staying in their house. How can you stop somebody who said that I don't want to come out today? Today I'll stay in my house. How can you force them out? They're not protesting, because if you protest, you come out, they kill them. Then they say, okay, let's stay in our house. Then there was no problem until they send soldiers. So this is the capital attempt just to, before you kill a dog, you have to give that dog bad name. This is just to give IQ a bad name and go after them. All the security in the north, have you had any bombing there? No, only in Southeast. So they know what they're doing, but I don't blame them. I will blame our politicians who are there, smiling and laughing with them, taking their own pocket of money. That's the only problem. So thank you very much for your wonderful job. All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So that is what I think and believe, because a lot of people don't have the same opinion. People have different opinions. So if I see someone who have contrary opinion, they are the people I even like to talk with, because I would like to reason with the person, know the reason why the person is having such opinion, and also tell the person the truth about what I know. Mr. Olatunji, I want to ask you some question. Are you there?
I'm
all right.
I'm there.
Now, recently, there are some speculations and news about the establishment of Sharia court in Yoruba region of Oyo State. And recently, the Oyo State governor, Mr. Seyi Makinde, came out that he said, let me just quote him, I uphold the Constitution. I will uphold the Constitution because that is what I was sworn in to defend, that I will be against the Sharia court in Oyo State. I don't think I will allow it to happen. This is a statement of Seyi Makinde. Do you think that Seyi Makinde will be able to do what he said he's going to do to stop the Sharia court not to be established?
Let me come like this.
Okay.
Wait,
be audible. We can't hear you well.
Aspect, wait. Ok. Ok.
My
Bucare
goodness.
tutto, lo so.
It's
Ok,
like our
benissimo.
brother is
Ascolta.
at work. Eh?
Dai, fallo vecchia. Se tu appena qua, quanto questi...
Okay. Let me mute him. When he's ready, he will unmute himself. You know, he told us that he's in Italy and he's in Sicily. So it's not easy. Our brothers in abroad 247, even sometimes on Christmas Day, they go to work. So I believe he's at work and still
Hello, can
listening
you hear
to
me?
us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Hello,
hear you
can you hear
now.
me?
Go on.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me concentrate with you. Concerning the Sharia law you're talking about, you see, let me start like this. I think I pick it from down. Yes, Yoruba land entirely. If you look at Yoruba, you have different tribes for Yoruba. You have Ekpa, you have Ijebu, we have Ondo, we have Akure, we have Ilesha. Different Yorubas. You understand? That Oyo, they bring Sharia to. It cannot happen. In Yoruba land in general, it cannot happen. You understand me? The reason why is that, let me just come like this. I'll be listening to your program, you understand me? We have many people, they can talk. They inside that Yoruba land, in Igbo land, but they mute. Italian keep they keep short. They do not talk anything. If they want to destroy Nigerian today, the name they call Nigerian, they will destroy it. In Yoruba land, they will destroy it. Concerning that Sharia, remove it from Yoruba land. It cannot happen. The reason why I say so is that, okay, let's start like this. I'm from Mayika. You understand me? I come from Okitipupa in Ondo State. My father have a lot of wealth, a lot of land. You understand me? 1,000 acres, more than 1,000 acres. We have Paroba, we have a palm tree in the farm, and we are still selling the land for many people that want to build. You understand me? See, each Yoruba come from one house. You understand me? If some imam come out to bring Sharia, it will become a problem because Yoruba is not one religion. Olden days, my grandfather was warrior, or calling Olode. You know what they call Olode? All those people that are going to the farm, killing, you understand, doing medicine. We have for this traditional we are doing in our own house. Understand me? People that believe doing it, people that go to the mosque, people that are going to the church, we have different religions. You understand me? It cannot work. Because when you bring Sharia to Yoruba land, you set a trap for one family to be killing each other. You understand me? It cannot work.
Yeah.
Shey Makinde, she know what he's saying. Because he knows land. That Oyo, generally, many people in Yoruba land establishing that Oyo in Ibadan. All those warriors in Ondo, in Ijebu, in different areas established there. People that are doing that Isheshe traditional, they are there. Muslims are there. Christians are there. It cannot work. In our eyes, we see how they kill Deborah, insult Allah. They set it ablaze immediately. After that, many things have happened there. It cannot happen. In Yoruba, we know say we do spaghetti too much. We take beer. There are some after work finish, go sit down for beer pello. I'm gonna take beer, take one soup. You understand me? It cannot work. Many things is happening in Yoruba land. If you bring that Sharia law, it become war within two brothers. No say now other religions no yet talk. It's only Muslim to Muslim they are attacking themselves now. Some Muslims they are taking beer. We have two Muslims in Yoruba land. One is Tablik. You understand me? Putting short trouser. You understand me? One putting long trouser. You understand me? The one that are using short trouser, saying that people that are putting long trouser, they are not yet believe. They are believing is not strong. You understand me? The one that are putting long one, they are taking beer, going to beer parlor. You understand me? They call alaki. You understand me? They do faji. But what the other one? No. You understand me? So they remove that Sharia in Yoruba land. Remove it at all.
All right.
And again, let me come out. Let me make some points on Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. I don't want to discourage people that are saying that, you understand me, we contribute. Many people, they do not understand. Let's start from the beginning. Let me just call it 1979. I was born 1978. 1979, I was 82, 1980, 81, 82, before I started my listening, going to primary nursery school. 83, I think I will be wise to see some things that happened. 83, when Sunday Diagbo was in with Buhari, I think so. Let me just come like that from. If you look at Nigerians by that time, it's even a Nigerian now. Let's come to 1990. 1990, when the incident that happened in riot, like 1992, concerning this Babangida and this Abiola, come riot that time.
Okay.
You see that Nigerian that time is different than Nigeria in 1980. Now let me to 2000. Nigeria in 2000 is different than Nigeria in 1992. That 1992 was Tinubu, Abiola, Ganefalemi, all those big actors. You understand me? Now we are in 2024. You understand me? If you look at now the children, people that are rugged, they can change dynamic of Nigeria. They are not in Nigeria. People they can fight, they can talk. They are not in the country anymore. People that inside the country now, they are calling Ajebota. Because when I was young, I go to the village, you understand me? Because where they go from, they cut to the hair. Say, they record them, all the people that are talking now, Ajebota, we are calling them that olden days. You understand me? They do not go to farm once. They do not use their head to carry wood. You understand me? Nobody wants to talk again. You understand me? If you remember what our parents taught us, have patience. Have patience. That patience is the one that's killing us now. Look at Dere Farotimi. She talk. Babawa, my father, Afe Babalola. She lock it up. You understand me? If Nigeria was divided, if that thing happened, that's Afe Babalola, it will respond. It will come for that thing. Because Yoruba doesn't take nonsense. You understand me? Yoruba doesn't take what? Nonsense. If we know ourselves, Ekiti, Anodo, they have been before. You understand me? They separate them when there is a little crisis between both of them.
All right.
Two of them, they are not Greek, but the same family. But let's listen to ourselves. How we can solve this? Brother, just give me 1 minute, please. How can we solve this Nigerian issue? Because I heard many people say that we should seek for a referendum like that. Nigerian country will not be for you. Why Simon Ekpa follow this way he's using? Why Sunday Igbo starting? No, when Sunday Igbo do his own riot, they attack him, his own house. Nnamdi Kanu, they attack Nnamdi Kanu also, his own house. God just saved Simon Ekpa being in Finland. You understand me? Many people that want to talk, they will lock it up. Carry on, my brother. It's only God can save us.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Before we go to the response of the Nigerian state, you know that Chief of Defense Staff has come out in NTA to respond to the allegation of the Niger Republic president. Let's have this caller from United States, I think. Lost one. Hello. Are you there? Please, can you off the YouTube on your background so that we can hear from you?
Okay, I'm here, sir.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Off your YouTube.
Yes, I've already stopped it.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from, I guess United States.
Yes, my name is Tokumbo Ajayi from United States, Atlanta to be precise.
Thanks
I just want to,
all right.
It's my privilege, it's my very rare privilege, and I want to thank God for what you, young man, is doing. I cannot tell you enough about the level of
awareness you create for us, those of us in diaspora. Beg your pardon, I'm a little bit emotional right now because of what is happening in that country. My heart beats. My heart beats. My heart beats. I am about 64 years old. It is not the time for us to run away from our country. One person among the poor, a millionaire among the poor, is also a poor man.
Yeah.
I know many responsibilities that we have back home, and it's making us to work like labor here because of the situation that these people call leaders of our country put us into. How I wish we can gather these people in one place and just send them to hell, and then Nigeria will have peace. The situation in the politicians brought us to this stage, my brother. Politicians brought us to this stage, and you can imagine the situation that is in that country. That I don't know whether human beings they want to become God. I don't know if human beings have a knowledge of that fact that one day they will die and they will leave everything here. Look at Nnamdi, the innocent man. Look at Dele. Look at all these people that have come out to begin to fight for the interests of the masses. They put them in jail. For what? For God's sake. How I wish I can be trained and sent back to Africa. How I wish America would train me. I'm an American citizen, but I wish I can be trained and sent back to Africa, like Chancellor was trained in America and sent back to Liberia. This is appalling. Our people are there, they can't say the truth. Look at how you bloggers come out and spend your time, your hard-earned money to keep us aware of what is the situation back home. The moment you listen to what is happening home, you shed tears. If you are somebody that has passion for your country, you shed tears. Please, I'll call you back next time.
It's okay, sir.
Mr.
The issue of Nigeria. Yeah.
Yeah, so this brother calling from America, I share his sentiment. It's unfortunate because under normal circumstances at this age, you begin to, go back home and relax.
To go back home.
Exactly. But that's not what you have. And I want to tell every Nigerian, everybody, whether south, east, southwest, south, whatever, go and listen to Kulo Laumi. That guy, he's when I mean an insider, Coach, he says, so he said everything, and at the end he concluded. He said that I hope. How did he put it? He said like Tinubu should do well and do the right thing. That is the hope, but who knows if it's possible? Because do well is the fact that there are people. It's like day and night, yeah. There's no way day and night can coexist. There's no experiment anywhere in the world has been able to make day and night to coexist. As the day is coming, the night is leaving. It's Southerners. I will say, sorry, I don't know. I don't have much time, but let me quickly say this. The entire South, including even the middle belt, because I went to school in Lagos when I was young, and the middle belt, even the Muslims, the Yoruba Muslims, they are peace-loving human beings. But this is why sometimes I think they don't regard them as the real Muslim, because the Yoruba Muslims are peace lovers. They don't trouble you. They will not say because you eat during Ramadan that you are what it concerns them. They are just so you can see this is where Kule comes in. But most people don't understand. When you talk like this, they call you a sensationist, they call you a hater, they call you anti-Nigerian, anti-whatever, but the truth will always remain the truth. That thing Kule said, he said that these people, let them live in their own and manage their life with their Sharia, whatever they want. They want to impose it, bring it now in Yoruba land. People who practice Islam peacefully, but it's not enough. Thank you, my brother. That's just little contribution.
All right, let's go back to the Army Chief of Staff. Let's see what he said about this situation, because he has responded and said that that the Nigerian government is not sponsoring terrorism, blah, blah, blah. Let's take a look at what he said.
This issue, we are now being joined by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa. You're welcome to NTA Network News.
Thank you very much.
Compliments of the season.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Now, General, these are weighty allegations. What was your first reaction to the claims by Nigerian authorities, and what other evidence to counter the claims at this point do you have?
Thank you very much. Highly unfortunate, I would say. Nigerian government have shown right from the start that we want peace within the sub-region, and we've done everything possible to ensure that we show peace. We've been to Liberia, we've been to Sierra Leone, we've been to other countries, we're in Senegal, we're in Gambia, just to ensure that we project peace within this sub-region. For President of Niger to bring up this allegation, I think personally, I think it's an issue he's trying to divert attention from the challenges he's facing. I think when they came in, they had this intention, they promised they were going to restore peace and tranquility within Niger Republic. That has not happened. I think he thinks by the time he keeps on throwing blame games against Nigeria, it will keep his people up and make him remain relevant to whatever he is doing. I visited Niger personally, and I met the Chief of Defense Staff. We sat down and we discussed this issue. And the president's mandate was that we should ensure and reassure them that Nigeria will never, ever allow any foreign base on its soil. We have never done it. We will never do it. If you've noticed over history, Nigeria has been the peaceful country that has always been given an open door. Whenever there are conflicts in other countries, we take them out, bring them in Nigeria until these conflicts are settled before they return. You remember in Liberia, we did the same thing. In Gambia, we did the same thing. In Sierra Leone, we're doing the same thing. And we continue to do so. It is not in our own character to allow anybody use our soil to attack any country, anywhere, not even our neighbors. For us, Nigeria and Niger share a common bond. We have over 1,500 kilometers stretch of border, 7 Nigerian states sharing common border with common culture, religious affinities together that we share. We will not want to destroy such a relationship for whatever reason. And I'm sure the Nigerians, if they are truthful to themselves, they know we have done everything possible to show them that we love them and we want them to be part of it. The last ECOWAS meeting that we had the statement of Mr. President where he still gave the open window for Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso to still come back to the fold of ECOWAS. We believe together we are stronger. We know the challenges they are facing and they cannot handle that alone. They need us to be able to assist them in ensuring that we address this issue. And again, whatever it is that is affecting the sub-region affects everybody. And that's why it's important for us to continue to partner together. So we reassure Nigerians that there's nothing like that. No military base coming to Nigeria. We don't have any intention, we don't have any need for us to encourage anybody to attack Niger for whatever reason. We don't have that need. I think we have enough to deal with here.
Indeed, General, since the video came out, there were a lot of, talk about the video when it was released. And this is indeed a diplomatic issue. And what other diplomatic or military measures can Nigeria take to address these allegations?
Well, like I've mentioned, we've reached out to the Nigerian troops. We're still working together because we understand the enemy we're dealing with does not respect any border. And if we don't come together to fight, none of them will survive it. They need us as much as we need them. And so we will not want Nigeria to be turned into any proxy war, and that's why we don't want any foreign base, because once you allow one side to come in, the other side takes the other, and then there will be issues. We don't want the sub-region to turn to a conflict zone. I'm sure that we all know that we have issues on ground affecting us with insurgency, terrorism, banditry, and all sorts. So we not want to add any other conflict within our general area, and that's why it's important that we do that. Diplomatically, the federal government is taking action to ensure that we equally convey this message, as you have seen conveyed by the Minister of Information. We have no reason to want to bring out any terrorist group to attack anybody for whatever reason.
Okay, now how would you describe Nigeria's relationship with France, particularly in the context of regional security and cooperation? And are there any joint military operations or agreements that are being misconstrued as destabilizing Niger Republic?
Thank you very much. Well, Nigeria is a sovereign state. Nigeria is an independent state that also operates on its own. We have alliances with other people. We have business dealings with most countries of the world. France has been a country that has been with Nigeria for over a long while. Even while the Nigerians themselves were romancing with the French government. So it's funny for them that they have been with them all through these years, and because they have issues with them, they think every other person should have it. Their enemies shouldn't be our own enemies. But we, because we're a bigger country, because we're a greater country, we're a country that also respects human rights, respects the dignity of other countries, especially Africa. Nigerian foreign policy has always been African-centered, and they know there are a lot of things that Nigerians have done, Nigeria has done to make sure that these countries are stabilized, both economic-wise, diplomatically, and otherwise. And so for them to turn around because they have fallen apart with France, and they think using us and making us look bad, then it will make their own countrymen feel that they are doing something. No, it is wrong, and I think it is unfortunate. And I think it's important for them to also come back and actually recall those statements that they've made. They are injurious to Nigeria as a country, and they are highly unfortunate. These are things that never expected any country, especially like Niger, to make such statements.
Indeed, Nigeria has always been a big brother to other African countries, and we know as head of ECOWAS, they have a lot of responsibility. Now, what implications do these allegations for regional security, particularly in the Sahel region, where Nigeria and Niger have collaborated on counter-terrorism efforts, and how will Nigeria work to maintain trust and cooperation within its regional partners?
Important that we show them that we still remain friends despite these statements, and I think the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is also taking steps to address these issues. We still have our embassy open, we still have our defense advisors there, we still have our ambassador there, so we are not calling them out because we know that the terrorists we are dealing with require that we all work together as a team. The Nigerians cannot do it alone, the Malians cannot do it, the Burkinabes cannot do it alone. We need to work together as a team. Remember, they are landlocked countries. They will have a lot of challenges if they have to withdraw fully out of ECOWAS. There are so many implications to that, and I'm sure they're aware of that. So I think the wise thing for them to do is for us to come together. Other aspect is that if we don't work together, then there'll be a lot of issues. It will also open up situations where other non-state actors will come and take advantage on what's going on. We have seen what is going on in Sudan. We wouldn't want that to happen within the sub-region because it will engulf everybody. We want the sub-region to remain peaceful. We don't want anybody to come and take advantage of what's going on to say that he's coming here to do one thing or the other. Nigeria has the capacity to secure itself. All we do is that we do military joint training with countries of the world, with all the countries, because Nigeria is a non-aligned country, so we're open to training, to courses. We send our officers on courses, like even the Nigerians and every other person. It's a normal thing in the military, but that we have military bases on. Unfortunately, if you see most of the videos being sent, just before now, I saw a video that was sent over about 6-7 years ago when Nigerian troops were on a United Nations operation, and it is said that it is just happening. And so many other videos like that. People just go in for reasons best known to them to try to wipe all these sentiments. And I know both within and outside, there are individuals that are not happy that things are really picking up. And they're always very happy when they see things are bad. And they keep on wiping out these falsehoods so people can continue to think that Nigeria is failing. Nigeria is not failing. Nigeria will never fail. Nigeria will remain strong. And whoever it is that comes against Nigeria will be ready to face the consequences.
All right, that was from the CDS, the Chief of Defense Staff. You see, it's so pathetic because this started from within. Now, I want to take you back to, what is it called, to the allegation of the Zamfara state governor. This is a sitting governor who accused the Minister of Defense of sponsoring terrorists. So, So if the internal people can accuse your government of sponsoring terrorism, what will make the international bodies or foreign country not to accuse you as someone who is sponsoring terrorism?
Let me say this very categorical. If I were him, I would resign and face all the allegations against me. And that would have been more honorable, because from all the information we're getting, my predecessor was fully involved in some of these banditry issues. Typical is the fact that there was a permanent secretary when his children were abducted. And it was unfortunate that he had to pay ransom through the government house. And it was also very clear, based on all the allegations, that bandits were being kept at government house. You know, there are so many issues. So for me, honestly, if I were him, I'll step aside and face this allegation until I clear my name before I come back and continue my job. That should have been more honorable. And
yeah.
This is the incumbent governor of Zamfara State. He is saying that his predecessor, who is, what is he called? He's the current minister of Matawale, current minister of Defense State, that he is the one sponsoring terrorists. And he is the minister of defense under Tinubu.
Yeah.
So when the chief of defense staff will come out to talk about this, I think people will ask him question. Has CDS come out to address what this man said? Absolutely no. A lot of people, both T.Y. Danjuma, told the whole world that the military are colluding with the terrorists to carry out ethnic cleansing. The person who made the allegation was chief of army staff before. The position that Musa is holding now was the same position T.Y. Danjuma had. So T.Y. Danjuma is telling you that the army are colluding with the terrorists to wipe away people. And you think that the global community, nobody is monitoring your activities, monitoring what you are doing, and so on and so forth. People are monitoring what you are saying. Damn. And Nnamdi Sheriff is still working freely in Nigeria. This is the man who formed Boko Haram. He single-handedly formed Boko Haram, and he gave one of them Commissioner of Religious Affairs. Now, look at the most interesting thing there. According to Femi Fandana, when the commissioner went to FEC meeting, what is it called? State Executive Council, SEC. When he went to the meeting, he said they were talking about contracts and how to embezzle money. Boko Haram said these people are not holy, and that was how he resigned as a Commissioner of Religious Affairs. Wait,
Nigeria.
I think I still have the video. Let me play it for you. Okay,
that is very important. Who started the Boko Haram crisis in Borno State? A governor, Modu Ali Sharif, addressed the press 2 days ago and attempted to insult the collective intelligence and memory of Nigerians by denying any links with the dangerous, dreaded Boko Haram sect. I did reply him yesterday, and I'm expecting him to sue me, because he said he wanted to sue an Australian. You don't need to go to Australia. What you are looking for in Sokoto is in the pocket of your Sokoto. I'm ready to join issues with him, because not only did he sponsor that organization by providing funds for them, in 2003, he had a deal with the Boko Haram sect to get him to win the election. And if he won his re-election, he will compensate the organization. When he won that election, he appointed Alhaji Bugu Foy as the Commissioner for Religious Affairs to implement Sharia in that state. When the man attended the first Executive Council meeting, he discovered that they were all talking about contracts and how to steal money. So he went back to the camp, the Boko Haram camp, and said, where you send me to is Gida Barawi, the house of thieves. I can no longer be part of it.
You understand?
So he was asked to resign. And that was how Foy resigned from the government of Mutu Sharif. So to say that you don't know them is the greatest lie. I was just reminded this morning by somebody from Borno State that something was missing in my press statement. That in 2013, 2012, October 10, Alhaji Mudu Sharif was arrested in Cameroon on grounds of his Boko Haram connection. But the government here pleaded with the Cameroonian authorities to release him, because he's a big man here. He cannot be arrested. But 2 weeks ago, a special envoy of President Goodluck Jonathan, Reverend Stephen Singh Davis, told the whole world that Alhaji Sharif, the former chief of army staff here in Jericho, and some senior officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria have been funding the Boko Haram sect. Up till now, the government has not reacted to this very important information. So when you are looking for the sponsors of Boko Haram, I think we now know where they are. But what is very disturbing is the fact that currently...
All right, let me stop it there. For you to understand that everything we are saying today did not start today. It started a very long time ago. So this is the situation on ground. And I don't think if the CDS Musa will just come to air to, deny the allegation, mere allegation like that, without saying what is happening in his own country. All these allegations started before. So don't bother about the international or foreign countries, because what they are saying, they have proof, they have evidence of what they are saying. Even they said the people they arrested confessed to them. You understand? And this is the same thing. Former head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency, Nnamdi, told us that the people he arrested in Nigeria too mentioned presidency, mentioned senators, mentioned governors that are sponsoring them. So what kind of thing, which kind of truth or evidence are we still looking for to understand what is going on? Anyway, I rest my case. So everyone that joined me today, good afternoon. Let's give our guests some time to talk to us just briefly, one minute before we call it a day. All right. Sowore Pekin, we are going to call it a day very soon. Do you have anything to tell us, Mr. Ndatunji, before we call it a day? And also to our viewers, I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for staying with us for this long. This is about 3 hours and some minutes we started this program. I think we can call it a day. So I really appreciate you for, being consistent with us in this program. Thank you so much for everything, your time, because time is money. Time is money, as people do say.
Yes. Thank you so much, Okocha. If anybody believes that Musa guy, then I bet you will believe anything in this world, because his own boss, you know that Matawale is his boss. You know that, right? As the defense minister, right?
Yeah.
Matawale is the boss as the defense minister. So he answers to Matawale, and Matawale answers to Tinubu. So, and his boss, Matawale, is he's one of the sponsors, and protectors of the terrorists and the bandits. So how do you square this up? The whole world knows that. So he can deny all his words that Niger is lying. Niger is not lying. Everybody know. And what makes Nigeria funny is that next tomorrow, the truth comes out. Nothing happened. Nobody's going to hold him to account. So they lie, they do things, and there's no consequences. There's no. My brother, yeah. Thank you anyway so much, Okocha, for your effort. Keep it up for the whole world.
Hello, sir. Let me say something concerning this Niger issue, please. One thing is that Tinubu like to play game. Tinubu is maybe a master of game of politics. You understand me? Look at the game Tinubu is playing. Yeah, write this down. There's going to be a war.
Yeah.
There's going to be a war. A war. Yes. There's going to be a war in Nigeria between Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. Nigeria. Yeah. Yes, it's going to be a war because Tinubu wants to set a record. Nobody will vote for Tinubu 2027. We want to use this game to remain in office. Go and write this down. People doesn't think goes like that. You understand me? Musa is a boy, so he's a boy of Tinubu. You understand me? All those people that have been in Tinubu government now, ruling Nigeria, there are people that ruled Tinubu in 2007. You understand me? He was in Lagos State governor before. People that work with him now, it's people that work with him before. They know how to play the game. You understand? They do not mind. You understand? They do not mind. Tinubu is a master on a tax collector. In 2007, when Tinubu was the governor, that's what he did in Lagos State. My daddy worked in Lagos State. You understand me? By that time, I think I know what is happening by that time. You understand? I was in Lagos State protecting by that time. Things change in Lagos State. Tinubu doesn't beat Lagos, but use tax to finish us. People that was in Lagos State, that's 2007. Nigeria just a smile it now. They never do anything. People that no, unless I say something the other time. Many people know Tinubu, but they do not talk. That's Yoruba. They keep quiet. They do not say anything. You understand me? Let's look at the game going to look like. Go around there's going to be a war very soon.
It's all right. Let's see how the game will look like according to you.
Yeah.
All right. As it stands of food, we are here to talk about, we'll be here to talk about it and, discuss about it as the case may be. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate.
Thank you, Okocha. God bless.
All right. Let's call it a day.
Instead of them to actually discuss the 1999 Constitution, it is a fraud already. That Constitution is a fraud. Now, what you are doing now, you want to start, advancing the interest of those religious groups to actually now confirm that Nigeria is an Islamic state. And let me tell you something that people don't know. This thing was caused by the British. Between 1900 and 1960, they knew that they cannot govern the North except they allowed them to practice their religion, and they were using their religious leader to basically govern them. It is called indirect rule. Immediately after independence, 1960, the British knew that they should not have forged these two people together. They know. But because they want to achieve the divide and rule and to be able to conquer and take our resources and steal whatever they want to steal over the years, they merged these two people together. They could not govern the North and South under one religious or administration. They know. So they now give independence and march you people to work together. That was why the 1960 coup started. That was how the Civil War started. Now, 86, Babangida came with the OIC stuff, tried to Islamize us. It didn't work. In 2000, when 1999-2000, when Obasanjo came, he permitted them to start practicing Sharia. Today now, they want to consolidate it. Once you remove that person, all of us, whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Jukun, Christian, traditional, you are now under the law, the Islamic law, because they put it in the Constitution.
In fact, listening to the member that was representing Ahoda East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State, I want to get his words. He said personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. Do you know Constantinople? Today's Turkey? They were almost 98% Christian before now. Today, it's an Islamic country. I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Alijani. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I scored A. That's excellent in Islam. So I know them. It may take them 1,000 years. They will Islamize Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, or this Jersey will come, they will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, today's Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. You understand? So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to be specific, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, but I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart, and you can do whatever you want in your area. I've come to that conclusion that I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together, or people should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy here. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not live here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either. Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country, so to speak, on paper. We're a secular nation. What kinds of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having, and what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds? At least they've made the first step, which is dropping this bill and ensuring that it doesn't go through. But in subsequent conversations that you said will inevitably come up, what should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, we have now North Sudan, South Sudan. I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue because they will not stop. I've told you it may take 1,000 years. They will still do it. But if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have enough, they remain there, and you have the sovereignty down south, then you can do what you want. But if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jersey and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. It took hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history will tell you that you cannot assuage these people. Who owns those banks? I did a lot of research, and I want our audience to go and find out the owner of Taj Bank and the other bank. Then the picture will start getting clear to you. You have the Jaiz Bank and you have the Taj Bank. It is an open source information. Go on the internet, the board of directors, you will see the shareholders. I don't want to mention them on national television. Go and do your research, and you're beginning to understand. You begin to understand what I said, that people have been sponsoring terrorism because they want to Islamize Nigeria. Now Tinubu has come, and it's a little bit very hard on them. That section, the kinetic approach is failing. So they are now trying to bring it through the constitution, want to legalize it. If we cannot go through the bush and kill as many people and they are still resisting us, and this man has come and is fighting this is just killing all the fighters, then let us go to the house and bring it in through the back door. We just remove that clause, personal. They will not know. They may not pay attention. They will just, and that is it. They will still do this thing. Go and find out the owners of those banks. They are the ones sponsoring these narratives. And I always say it on television, go after the sponsors. Those guys speaking in the House, they are just paid to do that. And with time, they're going to bribe the remaining ones and they will pass it. If not this year, it may be 10 years' time. If it's not 10 years' time, it may be 50 years. They are going to Islamize this country. But I think the solution, what we should be discussing with people should try to understand we are not the same people. The North and South are not the same. The British understood. That's what they are doing indirect, and they deliberately merge us so that we can continue to fight like this, and they can continue to take our resources away.
Speaking about the British, there are several theories out there in terms of all of this Chatham House moves and why our leaders always go to the West before elections. Do you think that the influence of the British about this particular matter and more is significant? Has it waned? Is it still growing? What should be done about it?
No, what the British did is just like what the Belgians, the other, like the French, is the same method of giving you independence, but they know that you are not independent. Why do you go to Chatham House? Instead of them to actually discuss the